Doing?
We're in Virginia. We're marching to the hotel right now. Uh-oh, don't turn around.
Ah! You got some PB and J's?
Yeah, man.
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Yeah.
The whole crew is here.
We made it. 7 hours.
Virginia. We made it.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Hey.
No gangbangers allowed in here.
Oh, well, I'm a full-on doink smoker. Don't sweat the technique. Hey, this is awesome. For 50, here's a couple switches. Let's hit them. For 56 bucks a night, Splash.
Look at this.
Good fun.
Huge fucking couch.
Huge bed.
Damn, I like it. Oh, oh.
This is where it goes down.
Give me 5. Yeah, it's awkward.
Look at this. Awkward guy finger thing. Smoking doinks.
We out here smoking doinks in Amish. Big old doinks in Amish.
Big old doinks.
418 Splash?
Yeah, man. Not quite 420, but
You tried.
yeah.
Hey, identical. What happened here? We don't have the same shit. What are we missing? Like a kitchen set?
I think so, yeah.
Always wheat.
Doinks!
Hey.
Ugh, I'm down with the doinks.
Doinks and Amish.
Doinks in Amish. Wait until you see the doinks, Splash.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Look at this. Squeeze jelly.
Squeeze.
What? Smuckers?
Yeah.
They know how to
Know
do
about it. You know about Smuckers.
Morgan, it's pretty apparent you're not giving a shit about fuel efficiency. Why don't you clean your shit out sometimes?
This is better than it was. I just cleaned it out like it was full of like fucking garbage. So it looks a lot better.
What, like just in the last couple seconds you cleaned it out?
No, like before coming up here on the trip. But it looks pretty good by my standards.
Where are we? What are we doing?
We're about to march on Washington with the Juggalos, homie.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're about to march on Washington with the Juggalos.
Whoa,
So you move your arms like that the whole time? You look like Donkey Kong in this motherfucker.
It's form.
Are you guys ready? Oh, are you ready?
Ready?
So we're like, I don't know, a half an hour away from the Washington Mall. We're just getting ready to frig the frig off. We're gonna fucking, we're out here smoking doinks in Virginia. Big old doinks in Virginia. Gang. Okay, we out here, gang, White House. What, whoop whoop, what's up? I thought it would be like a lot more wide open, eh, Cass? Less trees blocking the shot. Cass?
Yeah.
Rob, less trees blocking the White House.
Thought it'd be bigger.
At least get together. I'll take a picture. Stand next to him. Gang. Okay, let me take one of these two because they'll love it. I think that took a couple pictures. White House though? What's up with all the trees in front of the White House though?
I thought it was bigger, dude. I thought it was way bigger.
Yeah, the White House, mad small. You know what I'm saying?
TV makes
Small
it look
house.
big.
Small
Well,
house.
look, it kind of goes down under the ground too.
Oh, down underground, huh?
So that's really where the president lives over there.
What's that?
That's where the president lives over there,
Does he?
in the basement.
Yeah. Just video games and bong loads, hey?
Now they got them tied up down there. They just feed them drugs and they have them do whatever they want.
So how far down now do we have to walk to the monument?
Monument's right behind the White House.
Sweet, are we gonna go find the other juggalos?
Yeah, man.
Alright, let's do it.
Check it out, dude.
We're getting ready for the juggalos, bro. They are getting ready for the juggalos. So where do you think we go in at? Over here?
I think so. Pretty sure.
It turns out I'm actually fully retarded, and as soon as we got to the National Mall, I opened my camera, I'm like, fuck. I left the shittiest battery on the camera, so I gotta walk 2 miles all the way back to the fucking parking again so that I can grab the better batteries. I need more power, but whatever. I guess I'm just kind of like getting my, what is it when you train? Just training for the march, I guess. My stamina, I'm getting my stamina up. Whoop, whoop.
Gotta get some food.
Is it this way, homeboy?
Yep.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoa, whoa.
Which one is this one?
This is the Washington Monument.
This is the one where we want to go and yell, we want to hear about the war in Viet fucking Nam. Dude, I gotta go there. But we gotta get this march out of the way first. So which one is this one?
Washington
The Washington Monument. Was this the Lincoln Memorial?
We're headed that way.
This
is like
building is not it?
Fucking, memorial.
Holy fuck. So there's a lot of fucking things around here.
Yeah, I mean, the National Mall's got a bunch of bullshit in it.
A bunch of bullshit, huh? See all that? That's all juggalos, man. Whoop, whoop! Where are we at and what are we doing?
We're at the fucking Juggalo March on Washington. Whoop, whoop!
Whoop, whoop!
Whoop, whoop! Bagel is not fascism. That's the shit.
Whoop, whoop!
Hey,
Hey! How are you, man? Oh, of course I wouldn't miss this.
yeah, you better not. Whoop, how you doing, brother? Good, man.
All right, Scotty D, bagel lovers. Whoop, whoop. Hey, who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
We are Fago. I'm Scotty D. We are from Fago Lovers from Dallas, Texas, and we are marching.
Hell yeah, we're fucking marching. Juggalos. March! Hey!
What's going on?
What's up? How are you? Sorry, a little wet. Sweating.
It's all right.
Amazing. How are you?
Loving life.
We're here. We want to hear about the war in Viet fucking Nam. Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe it's the same spot they filmed Forrest Gump at.
I know, that's crazy, right? All right, I got to do the rest of the tour. I'll catch up with you, okay? Whoop, whoop. I like that sign, homie.
Appreciate it, brother.
Family! Family!
I want to go around. Russ, I'm trying to go around.
Okay.
Yeah, you made it. What's up? Is this one on? Yeah, it is. How are you?
I'm good.
What are we doing?
We're marching
Hell yeah, we're marching.
for a good cause.
Fuck yeah. Who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
Appreciate that. I'm like talking to 8 people at once.
Talk to me right now. Who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
Let you in here?
Yeah, it was free.
Let anybody in here. Not this guy. I don't do interviews.
It's just 3 questions. It's not an interview.
Who am I?
Where are we? And what are we doing?
I don't know who I am.
That's fine.
I don't know who I am. Where are we? We're in D.C. marching for the freedom of music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you scored?
Who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
What up, yo? It's Mankini. Fucking here at the 2017 Juggalo March on the Lincoln Memorial. We're here because Juggalos are classified as a gang by the FBI, and the rest of the world thinks we're a fucking joke. We're here to show them we're not. We're not ignorant, we're not inbred, and we're not uneducated. We're here to show them that we're human beings like everybody else, and we deserve to be treated as such. We won't
yeah.
tolerate this kind of this discrimination for liking music. Why? Why should we? So we're here to voice and peacefully protest all of what's been going on for all the juggalos.
Fuck yeah, whoop
Whoop,
whoop. Sloss, that's the penny, bro.
Yes, the guy on the penny guy.
That's cool. Don't you like go flick a penny at him and make a wish or something?
I think so.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. The fucking penny, dog.
Let's go flick some pennies at Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting fact about Abraham Lincoln, if I'm correct. His birthday is the same as mine, February 12th.
It's only interesting to you, Blake.
Fuck you.
When you flick the penny at Lincoln, all your dreams and your wildest dreams actually, well, I guess I was gonna say they come true, but I think that sounds ridiculous, right?
I don't know. You flick a penny at Abe Lincoln and all your dreams come true?
I think you gotta hit it right. You know, like the Death Star in
Yeah.
like Star
I did
Wars.
it last year.
What's that?
I did it last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I asked for a trunk full of bitches.
And then what?
I got a trunk full of fat bitches.
Yeah! Abe Lincoln!
Abe Lincoln!
Well, this is where we hear about the war in Vietnam, so that's cool.
On pajamas and we're marching on the FBI's asses right now.
Hell yeah, look at this fucking view, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is amazing. Like, we're about to make history right now. Like,
Right.
Come on. Who would ever thought, like, Juggalo's gonna be in Washington, marching on Washington, and plus an ICP concert right there in the middle of the grass or something?
It's gonna be crazy, right?
Dude, I'm speechless still. I'm speechless.
But we're here though.
Fucking yeah. I just hope I hope there's more of us, masses of us.
I came from Canada. It's an international event.
Canada, New York City.
Yeah.
I travel a lot though, so luckily I was in New York City to catch me a ride.
Nice. Cool, man.
I was
See you at
actually
the
looking up walking distances and stuff from Kentucky. From Kentucky, it would have been 7 days. From New York, it would have been 3 days.
Fuck that.
I would have done it if worst came to worst. You know, fuck it. I'm here. I've been in this shit. I'm 33 years old. I've been in this since what, maybe like, I don't remember how old I was. I know I was in like 5th grade. So I'm here. You know,
Good.
I gotta be here.
That's what we need, man.
Yeah, whoop, whoop.
All right, whoop whoop.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
We're at the motherfucking Juggalo March, motherfucker, on Washington.
Hell
Here
yeah.
in DC. What do you say, what?
Who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
Asian. He's Asian. He's here to march, brother.
Everybody's here. Everybody
This
made
guy
it.
right here.
Oh,
This is what you need to.
shit,
This is the
everybody
camera.
made it.
Twisted Fam. Represent.
Oh, what do you got there?
March 205 Ninjas.
Oh, I thought it was a Twister thing. 215 Ninjas. Hey, J-Web, what's up, man?
What up?
Whoop. What are we doing?
I don't know, something about clowns or gang members coming, saying they're not gang members. They're actually farmers or some weird shit.
I brought the masks. Did you bring the guns?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Taking down fucking Trump. No.
215 Ninjas. Yay, yay.
Video me.
Okay.
Love me first.
Hey, this guy's Jesus.
Okay, wait. Hey,
He walks
who are you? Who are you? Where are we? And what are we doing?
My name is Sarah. We are in fucking. Back up. We are in DC at the National Mall, about to do the Juggalo March. What?
Whoop whoop.
Just mad. They're just mad. And fuck your favorite guy.
My name's Andy. I have a big dick and you want to suck it. Oh, you want legit? You want legit? My name is Andy. I'm sober. And I love this guy. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Good. How are you? Good. Okay, my name's Andy. I'm at the Juggalo March on Washington. That's notslim1, and he wants to suck everybody's dick.
Hell yeah, I want to suck your dick. Whoop whoop.
Who am I? I'm underpaid Andy of the Kings of Status. We're at the fucking Juggalo March with all the homies. Cause fuck the FBI, cause we ain't no fucking gang members. My gang member, easiest fucking gang I ever got into. I had to listen to a couple CDs. Fuck that shit. Where's all the Bloods and Crips protesting? You don't see them here. It's just Juggalos, cause we real.
Hell yeah.
We real. This is us, man.
Real Juggalos.
This is our time.
We made it.
We're here to shine.
Yeah.
This is our fucking time. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Who are you? Where are we? And what are we
Freak
doing?
Show from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. The motherfucking march. Give me a whoop whoop, Lotus.
Whoop
Give me a
whoop.
whoop whoop. You aren't scared of him?
Little shot juggalos.
Look at his hair. His hair is beautiful.
Thank you.
Huh? Is his hair beautiful?
Thanks for watching the videos too, man. I love that
Whoop,
shit.
man.
Thanks. Whoop whoop.
I'm on a quest to save my reality and change it too. I can't read. I'm kidding. Yes. I'm here representing Morton's List. As you see, pen, 2 posters. Morton's List. Morton's List supports the fact that juggalos are not gang members because we're juggalos. So,
Hell
why
yeah.
but yeah.
We are here today to change this bullshit classification, to end profiling of juggalos, and to give us back our fucking civil rights and our First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
Woo woo! Now with that said, I'd like to make a formal speech.
KG! KG!
I'm just gonna hold this shit.
KG! 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 KG!
Juggalos, it's an honor to be here today with my family. My name is Kevin Gill, and I fucking love you. Normally when we get together, it's to celebrate our individuality, to listen to music that's magic, pure and clean. You can feel it and hear it, but it can't be seen. This music has drawn together people of all races, genders, and creeds from all over the world. And the fact that other people don't understand it never really mattered to us, because none of us gives a single fuck what other people think about us. And as you know, this is the key to the ultimate freedom and happiness in life. Some people live their entire life without feeling free or happy. And we found peace, community, acceptance, self-confidence, camaraderie in the musical output and creative visions of 2 childhood friends from humble beginnings who harnessed the power of their own creativity and dreams. And in spite of all the odds that life put in front of them, they rose from nothing to become something very, very special. Not to everyone, but to us exclusively. And that's what makes it even more fresh. Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope created Insane Clown Posse, and thus the soundtrack to our lives. To this soundtrack of wicked shit, aka ruthless hip-hop, which features both colorful characters and language. You fucked up! 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 Colorful characters and language with powerful examples of right and wrong, and it's all multiplied by karma and intermingled with comedy, horror, and a lot more. We created an incredible community of fans, friends, ninjas, homies, and family. This is the live section right here. We made the name Juggalo to represent all of us. Men, women, black, white, brown, yellow, fat as fuck, skinny as a broomstick, gay, straight, bi, trans, young, old and folded and loopy, rich, poor. It doesn't fucking matter. We're different. We're not dangerous. The only reason we're even in this position today is because, just like with Martin Luther King Jr. and John F. Kennedy, the government has always feared when people come together for reasons they can't comprehend. True fucking story. And think about this, right? Flashback a bunch of decades. Comic books were put on trial for causing everything from homosexuality to juvenile delinquency. And this wasn't some like all exclusively horror comics and shit. I'm talking Wonder Woman and Batman and shit like that was on trial. And attempts to censor music and pressure artists from rock and roll, R&B, heavy metal, NWA, all the way to 2 Live Crew has gone on for fucking decades. But in the end, the First Amendment ultimately protected the creative expression of the artist and the right of the fans to hear it and enjoy it free of legal prosecution and all related staleness, because music is not a crime. But now, Juggalos, today we've reached an unprecedented time in American history. Today is mega fucking important. The Juggalo March is like the Boston Tea Party for fans of music, free speech, creativity, and expression. Because when the FBI released a report based on shockingly little facts or precedent, they listed Juggalos as a hybrid gang, and the symbols, artwork, and style that are part of our culture are listed as signs of criminals and criminal activity.
Fuck that! Fuck that shit! 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 Fuck that shit!
They listed Juggalos as equals alongside highly dangerous and elaborate international criminal organizations like the Crips, the Bloods, and MS-13. They then took this bullshit report and circulated it to every law enforcement organization in these United States. And this report helped increase budgets locally and nationally with the creation, funding, and additional training of gang task forces to target Juggalos. They did.
They fucked up! 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 They fucked up!
And, you know, as the years have gone by, the effects of this gang report have become very apparent and very, very shocking. It's true, they are mad. They're just mad that they don't get no pussy. I agree with that side. We're now living with a situation where the brave men and women of the military are being discharged due to having a Juggalo tattoo. Other brave people who want to serve their country are not allowed to join the armed forces because they have a Juggalo tattoo. Just wearing the merchandise of your favorite band or having a sticker on your car is now justifiable cause to stop you, to search you. And guess what? If this illegal search finds nothing, no problem. They'll just put you on the fucking gang list for the next time they pull you over. And when they do eventually find something to arrest you for or create a reason to arrest you, if they don't kill you, you will get stricter sentencing because you are now classified as a gang member. We have Juggalos losing custody of their children due to evidence being presented in court that they listen to Insane Clown Posse.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
We have Child Protective Services seeing a poster in someone's home or a CD on a fucking coffee table, and it leads to them losing custody. Their children are taken away by the state because now they're a gang member somehow. It's fucked up. Look around you, everyone here in the world watching. There are hardworking Juggalos in every trade and industry. It's a true fucking story. From the government to law enforcement, doctors, lawyers, chefs, teachers, artists, nurses, the retail game, it goes on. And these people are losing their fucking jobs when their company finds out the music that they really fucking enjoy. What the fuck? It's not because of their job performance. It's not because of any work-related issue. It can be as simple as clicking like on Facebook on the Insane Clown Posse page. What the fuck is this? What part of the game is this, man? This is madness, and this must cease. Our hope today, Juggalos, is that by showing the absurdity of this situation to the world, that we can get the FBI to update this report and to remove Juggalos from this insane gang classification. Today you will meet many faces from the Juggalo world and community, and they have unique stories to share with you about their experiences. The whole fucking world is watching, but we need your help to listen. We need your help because we, the people, cannot allow the trampling of civil rights to occur. Because if it happens to us, it can happen to you. If we allow this to stand, we're allowing a Trojan horse into our justice system. They can use this precedent to set their sights on electronic dance music and DJ culture, jam bands, underground metal, punk, and hardcore. NSYNC! NSYNC! Justin Bieber fans. Everybody could be next.
Bieber! 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 Bieber!
If Juggalos are a gang, then the Grateful Dead are the triple OGs of this shit. I have a dream, motherfuckers. I have a motherfucking dream that the unjust classification and profiling of Juggalos will stop. And with the support of everyone who can hear my voice right now, we can make that shit happen. Thank you, family. We got so much flavor, we got live music, give it up for my homie DJ motherfucking Carlito. The Southwest superstar, all the way from the mean streets of Southwest Detroit, here to spin some music today. And right about now, we're gonna kick off the day of speakers following my little warm-up set for y'all. P.S. I love you, once again, just putting it out there. What we're gonna do right now is we got Juggalo testimonials. We got testimonials from Juggalos themselves. And the first Juggalo I wanna bring up here, all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please give a warm family welcome to Crystal Guerrero as she shares her story.
Alright, what up, everybody?
What's up?
Alright, I'm here today to tell you a little bit about what happened to me as a Juggalo. First thing I would say is that I am not a gang member in any way. I have never been convicted of a crime. I do not have a speeding ticket. I have never failed a drug test. My 2 children were taken from me, physical custody, because I showed up to one concert. One concert was all it took for my character to be smeared in court and me to lose custody.
That's the bullshit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit!
We are a law enforcement family. I spend 80 hours a week sacrificing for your rights.
Whoop whoop! Yeah! Thank you for
My
your
man
service.
never comes home. He misses birthdays, holidays, date nights,
Freak nights. Testify.
drinking nights, whatever. I go to every event alone. Family events we often cancel because he is in uniform, out on the streets, taking care of you citizens. When he was going through the academy, they made it very clear that if anybody listened to ICP or were involved in the juggalo community, that they would lose their jobs. They were not welcome. They specifically asked, are there any juggalos present? Right?
Fuck that shit. Bullshit.
And he just wants to serve and protect all y'all. That's all he wants to do is help make a difference.
Thank you for his service.
Okay. So I want to know, how do I have a clean record? How do I sit my children down to dinner and pray for our meal? How do we celebrate Christmas like every other American? How did I grow up in a Christian household and my presence at one concert was all it took? And now I see my children 2 times a week for 6 hours.
Fuck that shit! That's bullshit! That's bullshit!
I can't explain to them why they don't get to stay. When they ask me, Mommy, Mommy, I just want to stay here. We love you guys to death. We love them. They're well taken care of. I've never had CYFD called on me. We have a nice house, a good income. I'm able to stay at home with them, but they would rather have somebody else raise my children, them go to daycare every day, than be with their own mother because of my character.
Because
This is why we march.
because you went to a concert.
One concert.
What country is this?
I thought this was America.
Me too.
America.
We love Olive.
So, from my family to everybody else, I'm super glad y'all showed up to support our freedom of speech, our freedom to assemble,
Our freedom to unite.
and our freedom to unite, our freedom as Americans to believe in whatever we want to believe in. That doesn't make us a gang.
Makes us
It definitely doesn't
It
make
makes
us
us a family.
family.
family. Family.
Get up for this brave juggalo.
Family. Family. Family.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Give it up for Crystal from Albuquerque. It takes a lot of heart to come up here and speak. To the family, speaking is easy, but to the world, speaking is harder. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and we hope today is going to change some of that shit you're experiencing. Juggalos next up from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Show some love for Ashley Vasquez.
I'm short. Look at this. They had to give us a crate over here for short people. Okay. Joseph? Okay. Well, my best friend, brother in arms, battle buddy, and homie Joseph Kelly is a former specialist in the United States Army. I'm here today because of an elaborate description of how he felt about the gang label sent to Rachel Paul. Thank you, Rachel. And I quote, "I took an oath to defend the Constitution. When the government steps on the document that I swore to defend and falsely labels my ninjas as a so-called gang, I feel obligated to say something."
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Kelly, for your honesty and bravery in serving in the 82nd Airborne Division. people are unaware of the mass population of the veterans. Can I hear a whoop whoop from the veterans?
Thank you.
People are unaware.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
People are unaware of the infringements of the constitutional rights that we are getting today. 6 out of the 13 years that I've been listening to Psychopathic, I served in the United States Air Force. Our wicked family is the reason I made it through basic military training. Upon completion, I was determined and received my first Hatchet Man tattoo. Since the FBI deemed anything psychopathic related to be affiliated as loosely organized hybrid gang activity, I've been harassed and ridiculed by fellow airmen.
That's how you guys are all on the same team.
Exactly. I was infuriated and shocked by how judgmental my brother became. After communicating with the chain of command, I was allowed to keep my tattoo. But I was unable to actively participate in gang activity.
So what does that mean? You can't listen to music, hang out with your friends?
I couldn't go to the concerts, I couldn't go to gatherings, I couldn't wear Hatchetman, I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't wear Hatchetman on base. Bullshit!
That's outrageous. What you can do in your personal time?
My personal time, I stayed in my house off base. I stayed in my house off base and listened to Psychopathic as a closet juggalette.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up for real.
So, to this day, I have not received any more tattoos because I want to re-enlist into the military. I cannot get any more tattoos because it's considered a gang label, and every single branch has regulations that you cannot have these tattoos.
And this is just one of the effects of this gang report. This gang report circulates, and then it circulates and other government offices act on it. It's the cornerstone of a whole house of bullshit.
So, my tattoo, it symbolizes to me of family, love, and strength.
Family, 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 family.
I won't lie, Psychopathic will be in my life for the rest of my life, whether I'm serving or not.
Hey, show us your tats!
Here comes the tattoo. Take a look at that, please. Zoom in on that shit, cameraman.
Vice News!
I wouldn't have the support and the strength to battle my PTSD without you guys. And this is a true fact. That person right there, Kelly, has helped me through a lot, and I've helped him. And that's what juggalos do. We help each other. My deep honor and gratification towards the military will be unchanged, but we are offended by this unconstitutional degradation of the label that the FBI has developed towards juggalos, Psychopathic Records, the Hatchet Man, and Insane Clown Posse. I am standing here before you to help reinstate our rights of freedom of speech and expression and improve any veteran's pursuit of happiness, whether it is to re-enlist or help other juggalos to enlist, if they so choose to.
Yes. Thank you.
So, this evening, we're actually in this group, it's called GI Juggalos. We are actually going to go and visit Arlington to support the fallen soldiers that we've come to know and appreciate. And I would really love it if everybody else would come and support that. So, just check out GI Juggalos on Facebook. It's a group. And just add yourself on there, and you guys can come with us, and we'll go and and pray and whatever we gotta do just to show a positive cause.
Amen. Amen.
And we are not gang members. We're practicing our rights as Americans the way we only know how, as juggalos. Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
Give it up, juggalos, for Laura King. That's what's up. My bad. Give it up for Ashley Vasquez, all the way from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A brave member of our military, being restricted. Next up to share a juggalo testimonial, this time from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Please give a warm juggalo welcome to Laura King.
Absolute charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the dog, you broke this squad. Wu-Tang, who's on the squad?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna rap y'all.
Right out of Queen 16. I don't want to make a scene. Give me a high eight. Give me a high eight.
My name is Laura. I'm a singer, a songwriter, and a student, a sister, an aunt, and a daughter. I'm also a delinquent, and according to the Justice Department, a certified gang member. I'm many things, far from perfect, and a fuck up for sure. But I'm a good person, and I'll be the first to admit that I've made plenty of mistakes. But being in a gang isn't one of them because I'm not a gang member. I'm a juggalo. I found ICP at a very dark time in my life. I was 17 or 18 years old and totally lost. I kept trying to fit in with societal norms, thinking that if I could just be the person everyone wanted me to be, then I'd be accepted and normal and happy. Yeah, fuck that shit. But the vanilla life I was working so hard to protect wasn't working out for me, and the peers I wanted so badly to impress didn't give a shit about me. And ultimately, some terrible things happened, and I was left reeling from some intense trauma that chewed me up and spit me out in a manically depressed state. I was extremely suicidal, and at one point I even made an attempt on my own life that left me in a coma on a ventilator for about a month, and also severely damaged my memory. But then one day, a few months after my suicide attempt, something changed. An acquaintance had left a CD in my car, some weird shit with a bunch of clowns on it. But I was bored of listening to 50 Cent on repeat, so I figured I'd give it a shot. The music was unlike anything I'd ever heard before. It was dark, aggressive, violent, and funny, but something in this strange carnival music spoke to me. What did you write? Alright, my bad. My bad. Lost my spot. Alright. It was as if all the pain and rage and inner darkness was playing back to me through the speakers of my car. I played that CD until it no longer worked, each time feeling a little more relief. I stopped cutting, previously my favorite way of dealing with everything. And the music was it was therapy to me. I put all the wannabe cool poser bullshit away, and for the first time in my life, I was able to just be myself. And 2 years later, in 2006, I got one of my first tattoos, which was a hatchet man on the back of my neck, in honor of the music that quite literally saved my life. Fast forward a few years to 2015, I'd just been released from county jail and begun my probation. The previous year, I'd been arrested for a DWI. I wasn't drinking, but at the time I was being prescribed high levels of anti-anxiety medications. And there was no alcohol in my system, but I had no business behind that wheel. And I'm extremely grateful that no one was hurt because of my stupidity. Actually, I feel like in that situation, the Justice Department kind of did me a favor because I haven't touched any of those things in over 2 years now. The first several months of my probation went as expected for someone with my charges. Monthly check-ins, random urine screens, and a typical standard set of probation conditions. Then everything changed. I showed up for my check-in, and upon giving the woman at the front desk my name, she told me that they had been looking for me. At my last color code, they'd seen a gang tattoo on the back of my neck, and I had to sit down in that room and wait and not leave until someone from Gang Task Force came to talk to me. Finally, the woman in charge of Gang Task Force for the district came to retrieve me and bring me back to her office to talk. She asked me if I was in a gang, and I told her I was not. She then asked me if I was a juggalo. I told her that, yes, I'm a fan of ICP's music, and juggalos return for their fans, and yes, I am one. But she asked if I was aware of the gang label, and the fact that my tattoos were gang-related, and I responded that I'd gotten that tattoo in 2006, 5 years before juggalos were even labeled a gang, and the ICP had been trying to appeal the label. She said, yeah, well, they lost, and the fact that you didn't cover your tattoos and knew about the gang label is all the proof I need to prove that you are a gang member. It doesn't matter when you got it.
That's incredible. The crime of liking music, of finding peace through music, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I sat in the office for probably an hour trying to explain to her that Juggalos aren't gang members, that we're just people. We're a ragtag group of misfits and outsiders who found camaraderie through the music and shared life experiences. I told her that I'd never been asked to commit a crime in order to be a Juggalo, to hurt or rob anybody or commit acts of vandalism. The only thing I'd ever really been asked to do was maybe bring some canned food to a few events for food drives. None of that mattered though. At the end of the meeting, I watched as my name was entered into an official database of official gang members, and I was given my new gang probation conditions. These new conditions included that I not be around any other Juggalos, be in the vicinity of where they're known to associate, including concerts, own any paint brushes or merchandise with a Hatchet Man logo.
Paint brushes.
I was not allowed to be on any school grounds unless I was a student or parent of a student at that school. I could not get any new tattoos without approval from Gang Task Force. I had to sleep at my approved address every night. I had to acknowledge that a DOC representative could enter my home or job without my permission at any point in time, whether I was there or not. To search for hatchet gear, I guess.
Watch out, she's got a paintbrush.
I had to give them my Facebook information, as any picture displaying my Juggalo tattoos was an automatic violation, as was having anybody on my friends list with anything Juggalo related on their profile. A violation meant jail time of anywhere between 3 months and the rest of my suspended sentence, and that time would be served in solitary confinement, as gang members cannot be in a jail's general population. If I went to prison, then I would have to be held at a maximum security facility.
That seems reasonable somehow to no one.
She's like, oh, there's another Juggalo there, you'd probably hang out with them, right? I was like, well, yeah, you got me in a max security fucking prison.
When was the last time you whooped?
I keep hearing that my story doesn't really matter, that it doesn't count because had I not been so stupid as to drive under the influence of something, then I wouldn't have been put in this position in the first place. And
that shit!
it might be true. I mean, I'm not here to dispute the validity of my charge. I know I did wrong. I have no problem paying my debt to society for the mistakes that I made. But something is wrong when the conditions of my probation are more severe than somebody who is not a Juggalo but is convicted of burglary, assault, or malicious wounding. There's something wrong with the fact that I will forever be listed as a gang member because of the music and the people that I love. Whether or not you like our music or our lifestyle, the fact that the gang label placed upon Juggalos is an unconstitutional violation of our First Amendment rights cannot be ignored. If the federal government can get away with doing this to us, and then they're granted the power to do this to other subsets of society as well. You don't have to be a Juggalo or listen to ICP to help us fight this injustice, but today we are all clowns. This is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen though. Can I get a selfie with y'all real quick?
Still rap.
Thank you, Laura. That was fucking so powerful. Thank you for sharing that story with the world. Give it up for Laura King, man. And for all she's fucking been through.
Where's my Riddlebox shirt?
Coming up next, Juggalos, we got Jake Jones from Orlando, Florida. He's got a testimonial to motherfucking share and a dope-ass hairdo that matches his shirt.
Thank y'all. What's up, y'all? I'm Jake Jones, also go by Sidehawk Ninja, and I'm a Juggalo, not a gang member. We've been saying it for years, even in multiple songs by Juggalo artists, myself included. And what kind of gang sells music instead of drugs and guns? What kind of gang makes their living by throwing concerts and selling t-shirts and CDs? There are multiple helicopters circling and 70 undercover cops supposedly at our last music festival, The Gathering. Super great this year. And what did they find? No guns, no weapons, no fights. Nope, no prostitution, nothing gang-worthy. Among 7,000 people from every state in America, Florida represent. That alone should seal the deal. But the headlines show a few dudes who got caught with a plant that's legal in 29 states, and pictures of the helicopters, and tried to show their hardest that it was a terrible place to be. Yet it was the best 4 days of some of our lives with people who were full of life and love. Am I right? If I'm wrong, correct me.
But wait a minute, what about the guy who had fireworks?
Oh my God, no! KG!
I got family in Kentucky, and it's about 50 miles from the nearest town, and fireworks is how we have fun when you make your own fun. Not only should we not be on the list to begin with, I think the FBI needs to surprise us and show some integrity and announce to all the police stations in the country that they were simply wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong as long as you admit it. And then having a Hatchet Man or Psychopathics merchandise say it doesn't make you an eligible target. What freedom is there when you can't be yourself because you want to wear a banned shirt without being harassed legally with physical violence, fines, heavier charges, and longer sentences for no reason besides liking a band? You know, how long before it's Avenged Sevenfold or Drake, you know? So it goes back to that old saying. It goes back to the old saying. First they came for juggalos and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a juggalo. Then they came for the metalheads, let's say. And I didn't speak out because I wasn't a metalhead, yada yada yada. Then they came for me and there was no one left to speak up for me. Here we are, 2017, there was not one report of committing murder this year, not one school shooting or dead body tampering or a grandmother chopped into pieces. So what have we been doing with all that spare time? It turns out we spent all year going to work, hanging out with friends, listening to music, going to shows. Normal human things, who would have guessed? Society culturally crucifies juggalos. We're used to it. We don't need a safe space or a trophy. We already settle for literally minimal respect or acknowledgement the whole time. Not including the charities, right? Who knows about that? All I can do is ask, have you considered the possibility that what you think we are is not what we are, and that without knowing enough about us, the mainstream view could be wrong? I mean, there's 35 going on 36 albums to my knowledge by simply just the Insane Clown Posse, not including the rest of their label. And people don't even know of one full album front to back because they haven't just done it yet. The typical rhetoric, juggalos are white trash, or I hate ICP, that we've all heard thousands of times in our life talking to people who are politely holding a conversation before it came up, is such a closed-minded way to live. Just know, you out there. We positively affect thousands of people each day, each one of us. We talk people out of suicide, feed whoever we can afford. We hold doors for anybody. We thank veterans for their service. I worked in retail for many years and I thanked every veteran I could because, hey, look at me. I couldn't do this in some other country, so thank you. Some of us are veterans. Thank y'all. Anyways, we're normal people who walk the same streets. We get stuck in the same traffic, everyday Joes and Janes for the most part. There are even lawyers and business owners who are juggalos. The only difference is taste in music, and how could that be enough to justify that it's okay to hate somebody or look down on them as less than human, much less arrest them and put them in timeout in a cell. And those who don't listen to ICP only hear the cuss words and violence, and that's what they're looking for. On most songs, for going on 15 years, personally, I've heard the clear message of, let this be a warning. Don't be like the people in some of these songs. See where it gets them? Prison or hell, usually. Half the characters in the song make the world a chaotic, dark place, and the other half are the light bringers. They don't always tell you who's who, and there's sometimes gray areas within characters, but still, they're just songs. So be yourself and don't ruin things for other people. Even if you think they deserve it, at least try to be smart and think twice about it. These are some of the messages I get from the music. Stand up for yourself. Be rebellious. Be yourself. Try to be smart about it and appreciate the simple things in life. That's what Miracle's about, not magnets. I mean, that's part of it, but it's the being mystified. Allowing yourself to simply be mystified. Woo woo! Juggalos understand how magnets work, and we also understand how cynics work. You show a man the universe and the beach and the sky, and he'll sit around complaining about the sun in his eyes. Show appreciation for your incarnation, they disregard without hesitation. 40 albums from one band alone, everything from heaven to the hell below. To save countless lives of outcasted children, they gave us something to believe in, and yet they could only quote one sentence and a relevant line about fucking magnets. Let me answer the question while I've got the chance. Juggalo isn't just worth of the fans, it's about clown love, not just face painting. If you haven't heard, we're not a fucking gang.
Give it up for Jake Jones!
family. We got another Juggalo testimonial about to go down. This one comes to us from our friend Jessica Bonametti from Manassas, Virginia.
That's Manassas, Virginia. Manassas. Hello, guys, fellow juggalos, juggalettes. So, like you said, my name is Jessica Bonametti. I was a proud probation and parole officer for the Commonwealth of Virginia, stationed at District 29 in Fairfax. For about 4 years, I was with the state. Prior to that, with the Department of Juvenile Justice, and everything went fine there. Went to D29 for adult probation, and about a year into it, I was called into the chief's office and cut loose, pretty much right there on the spot. For, I guess an investigation was done on me. And I always knew that there was this hoopla, some phony gang label. I followed the research, I read the reports, I followed the court statements. I never really thought that it even existed, much less I personally could be tied to that. I don't really know too many people that listen to ICP. I mean, people ask me who my favorite band is, and they just drop their jaw and they're like, who? If they even know who it is, and if they do know them, they know that they're supposed to hate them. What the fuck is that? They're supposed to hate ICP? Okay?
Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit!
So, March 11th, 2016, I was formally terminated from my employment. And I have said, yeah, fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit!
So instead of going to work every day and helping people that have fallen on hard times, that are stuck in the criminal justice system, I sit home and do nothing at all, because no one will hire me. No one.
That's super fucked up.
Fuck the mainstream!
Because of the type of music I listen to. Because I like to bump the wicked shit to all the way to the parking lot. So I'm not included in their club.
Fuck that club!
But yeah, fuck that club, because you're in our club.
Better than them.
Club.
So what I'm so perplexed about is this has gone on over and over and over in our history. It's been with every small subculture. They persecuted all the hippies because there was this fear of being different, and that's pretty much all the label is. It's why get to know someone or their culture when it's so much quicker and easier just to not get to know them and be afraid of them, which creates hate. They don't hate us, they're afraid of us because they don't want to learn anything about us. But at the end of the day, we all got to live in this country together, and they can't just criminalize a group of people that listen to a type of music. If horrorcore is so scary, why isn't Stephen King in jail? What about the guy that's made all the Saw movies? That's fucked up. Where's he at?
Yeah, Stephen King in his whole life has bodied more people than anybody, and he's free.
So, that's all I wanted to say. Jessica Bonametti, unemployed, ex-probation parole officer, non-gang member, non-gang affiliate.
Juggalo!
ICP fan for life, whoop whoop!
Whoop whoop! Give it up for all the brave juggalos that shared their stories today. That was the absolute shit.
Family!
Keep it going, Juggalos. We got some real deal family up in this bitch. Juggalos everywhere. How it should be. Whoop, whoop. Right about now, Juggalos, we got a very special musical treat for all of y'all.
Don't say Wolfpack.
We got more speeches, we got more audio flavor, but right now we're gonna give you some audio flavor that has some motherfucking bass in it. All the way from the Ville, Louisville, Kentucky. Give it up for my OG homie and fucking weirdo. Show some Juggalo love for Buckshot.
What the fuck is up, Juggalo? Batman Pondo's son! Fuck's good?
Yeah? Can I get a whoop whoop? Hell yeah! This is a picture right here, seeing this fucking big ass monument with all these fucking Juggalos in front of it. Don't know what I be on.
Follow notslim1. We're not a gang. Juggalo for life, baby. Woo woo.
Just another face up in the crowd. While everyone was quiet, I was busy being loud. Juggalos march on Washington! Hell yeah! My Juggalos in the back, let me hear y'all make some noise! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hey Juggalos, for real, I love y'all. I came out here from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm not just performing, I'm gonna fucking be out marching on this motherfucker with you all. So if y'all see me, come fuck with me, come holler at me, I'm out here for you all. I love y'all, Juggalos.
Give it up for Buckshot! That was the shit. Alright, y'all, we got some more amazing speakers about to bless your ear holes and your craniums with hot slices of knowledge, fresh from the tap. First up is a man from one of my favorite, it used to be a publication, now it's a worldwide media conglomerate. Give it up for Mitchell Sunderland from Vice. And he's got some motherfucking things to say. What's up? Whoop whoop! Can I get a fuck that shit? Fuck that shit! 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 I am not a juggalo, but I have been covering you guys for 4 years now. When I began covering Juggalo culture 4 years ago, I did not think it would end at the Lincoln Memorial where Martin Luther King gave his speeches. But I am honored to speak before you today. Today is called the Juggalo March, but it is about more than that. It's about free speech, which matters for everyone, whether they're a Juggalo, whether they listen to Lady Gaga, whether they listen to anything. The Founding Fathers were not thinking about rapping clowns when they wrote the Constitution, but they did write the First Amendment, which gives all you the rights to say what you want, wear what you want, and sing whatever the fuck you want without the FBI's interference. At my first gathering, I saw lots of free speech. I saw the second most ratchet stripper in Orlando give lap dances to veterans. A Juggalo showed me a video
of an American flag being pulled out of his asshole. Years later, Shaggy ripped a Confederate flag to shreds while rapping Chicken Huntin' before it was cool to hate Confederate monuments. They were ahead of it. Whoop, whoop. Most of you have done all of this while wearing Hatchet Man necklaces and tattoos. This is like your Mickey Mouse. It's your logo. But law enforcement has perverted the Hatchet Man into a gang symbol. The FBI has labeled you a gang, which has allegedly caused authorities to pull juggalos over. Fuck that! Yeah, fuck that shit! 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 They've thrown gang charges alongside misdemeanors. They prevented some of you from joining the military. You're not even allowed to die for this country anymore if you're down with the clown. Fuck that shit! Over the past few years, I've heard stories of divorce courts using a man's juggalo fandom to ban him from seeing his fucking children. I have heard stories of juggalos losing their jobs. Yesterday, a homeless juggalo told me that him and his sons were questioned at a fucking soup kitchen by the cops. Fuck that shit! Some people, like other members of the media and non-juggalos, have mocked this march. They've said it's just clowns. They say they're white trash, but that is wrong, and fuck that too. The Juggalo March has implications for everyone. Gay, straight, skinny, fat, black, white, juggalo, non-juggalo, whatever you like. And I want to thank you all today for defending everyone's right. What we're doing today is the only way to stop this FBI atrocity. And for that, I am down with the clown. Whoop, whoop! Thank you, Mitchell. Give it up for Mitchell Sunderland! Representing for Vice. That was the shit. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome of public enemy. Use, abuse without. How many juggalos are connected to the interwebs? How many juggalos ever heard of a website called FagoLovers.net? FagoLovers with a U and a .net because somehow FagoLovers.com was taken. Give it up for a hero of the Juggalo community, a great person and friend, the one and only Scotty D.
Thank you so much, guys.
Scotty motherfucking D!
I'm truly overwhelmed, guys.
Scotty D!
Thank you so much for joining me as we peacefully protest our rights as musicians.
Speak up, Scotty D!
And as Americans.
There you go, on the mic and loud as a mofo.
To the media, the onlookers, and the detractors, welcome. And the juggalos in attendance, whoop whoop! For those who don't know me, my name is Scott Donahue. In the Juggalo world, I'm known as Scotty D. I've owned and operated one of the biggest Juggalo-based websites for nearly the last 2 decades. I've taken a lot of time over the past few weeks to come up with what I'm about to say, so thank you for joining me as I try to convey our message.
Get it, Scotty! Whoop, whoop!
The American experiment has been an ever-changing has been an ever-changing acceptance of what is normal.
You fucked up! 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 You fucked up!
Alright. We stand at an unprecedented time and a place in our nation's history where acceptance of others is being taught to the next generation instead of intolerance. A time when hating people just because they look differently is no longer something we accept as normal. We are juggalos, and that makes us different. Being a juggalo is something that I'm extremely proud of. It means being who I am with the people I care about and listening to the music that I grew up with. Juggalos are my family, my friends, and we come in from every city and every state in our union. We accept everyone from everywhere. who come in with an open mind, an open heart, or just want to hang out with the other people who don't fit in. It's a community spread far and wide, based on the love of music that is somewhat crazy, sometimes over the top, and amazingly theatrical. We paint our faces, put our collective middle fingers in the sky, and scream, "I don't give a fuck!" But in all honesty, we do give a fuck. We give so much of a fuck that some of us travel thousands of miles across the country to stand here in solidarity for being labeled as something that we're not, a gang. Before getting into the ridiculousness of this gang label and what harm it has caused to some upstanding and innocent people in our subculture,
You said it right, dicklessness.
let me tell you about my first experience with juggalos and what ultimately drew me into the scene. In the mid-1990s, I was a loner in junior high with just a few friends. I fit the typical suburban white kid mold, listening to alternative rock, completely naive about most hip-hop, especially this brand of it. It was in 1996 when I was handed an orange cassette tape that forever changed life as I knew it. It was Insane Clown Posse's The Riddle Box, and I had never heard anything like it. This was quite literally a horror movie in music form. And while I enjoyed it for the shock factor, among other things, I wondered just what kind of people were attracted to this type of music. Fast forward a few years, and I finally worked up the nerve to go to my first ICP show. I had only ever been to some country music concerts that my mom dragged me to as a kid, and an alt-rock show or two, but it was in downtown Dallas, Texas, one night on a mild winter night in 1999 that I had my first real experience with juggalos. Hundreds were gathered outside the venue, many with their faces painted, some spraying Faygo on each other. But most importantly, everyone was having a great time. In any other line that I've ever stood in, waiting was the worst part. For juggalos, it seemed like it was just as fun as what was going to happen later on inside the venue. I love you guys so fucking much. As me and a couple of friends approached the line, we were warmly greeted, and conversations of how many concerts we'd been to, how long, or when we first heard about ICP, and general life experiences were had. Keep in mind these were complete strangers, and it was one of the most comfortable and accepted times that I've ever had up to that point in my life. After that night, feeling the energy and passion surrounding the scene, there was no question in my mind that I was a juggalo. In the past 20 years or so, I've made hundreds, no, thousands of friends. All of the extremely close friends in my life, people that I consider family, I met through the juggalo scene. We bend over backwards to help each other out. We help friends of each other just because any friend of theirs is a friend of ours. We trust each other with our lives. We as juggalos are comprised of people from all spectrums of race, religion, class, and sexual orientation. And while we are not particularly political, most of us take strong stances against domestic abusers, racists, pedophiles, and rapists. These people, we do not judge based on their appearances, but rather by the foul nature of their actions. We are the people that you want on your side. So instead of focusing on how weird or outrageous juggalos are, let's talk about some of the selfless things we are involved with. Homegrown juggalo organizations like the Scrub Care Unit provide food, water, and shelter to those who come to events with nothing more than the clothing on their backs. The SCU is completely funded by donations from juggalos. Psychopathic Records has hosted events where entry fee is an actual premium canned good such as ravioli.
No lima beans,
not
bitch.
some stale ass cream corn. Right.
Fuck out of here with your pie filling.
I regularly see juggalos organize events, charity events for deserving causes or individuals just because they've suffered a traumatic event, lost their job, or whatever the case may be. We have such a strong bond with each other that even when we see someone else hurting, we are eager to do anything we can to help. This, among other things, is yet another reason that I'm proud to be a juggalo. No matter what our differences are, when we see suffering and strife, we all unite as one. So, why are we here? Why are we marching? Does my experience with juggalos sound like that of a gang? What exactly is happening to juggalos across the nation? For the uninformed, juggalos are fans of horror-inspired artists such as the Insane Clown Posse were labeled as a loosely organized hybrid gang in 2011. Whether that sounds serious to you or not, it has had some devastating effects on those that I consider family. Juggalos, you've heard the stories. People losing their jobs, being denied entry into the military, and stripped of the custody of their children. All because the FBI has falsely labeled a particular type of music. So, to answer my previous question, we are here to break this gang label. No American should have their rights and liberties infringed upon due to their personal taste in music. If we stand down and say that it's okay to criminalize our fan base, where does it end? Whose fan base is next? It's a slippery slope, and not only do we need the federal government to retract this, but we need to stay on top of it to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. We, as juggalos, realize that in the grand scheme of things of America right now, this is a small problem. But when systemic law enforcement errors affect hundreds of thousands of people, and we have to start somewhere. Winning the small battle here could change the course of the future for thousands of lives all over the country. We stand up for ourselves today, but this is not just a juggalo problem. When any American has a right reduced or restricted, it should become a rallying beacon for all of us to stand as one. While most do not understand the juggalo culture, everyone in this nation should stand up to see our liberty restored. I want to thank Psychopathic for giving me this platform to speak, and my good friend Jared who helped me organize my thoughts, to my blood family and close friends who have supported me through thick and thin, and to the juggalos I've considered family for over half my life. It should not be a crime to say that I'm a juggalo. So let's band together and do something about it, and make sure that this mischaracterization ends here today. When laws are broken, juggalos, like anyone else, should be accountable by good police work and judicial due process. That is the American system. The FBI's blanketing gang label holds us all accountable for the behavior of a few. So for our friends, our families, and our love of music, please stand with us as we fight this injustice as one nation. Juggalos, I fucking love you.
Give it up for Scotty D, the Bagel Lovers, Good job, Scotty. Thanks for the news. Yeah, they are.
Juggalos, it's an honor to introduce our next speaker, because without the support of this organization, I don't think the fight of the FBI against the FBI would have gone as far as it's gone. Every step of the way, the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, has been in the fight alongside Psychopathic Records and the Juggle Lawyer to fight this bullshit that we're fighting today. So please, give a fucking family welcome to Selena Ramos from the ACLU, motherfucker. Let me rephrase that. Everything I said about the ACLU is true, but allow me to rephrase that introduction. The following speaker is an incredible community organizer with many incredible affiliations. It's my pleasure and yours to welcome Selena Ramos to the stage. Show her some love, Juggalos. Woo-hoo.
Sexy as fuck.
Well, if y'all didn't hear, this guy just said I'm sexy as fuck. So I want to clarify. I'm from Milwaukee. My name is Selena Patterson Ramos. I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm a community organizer. I am currently not representing any organization that I am part of, and I am part of many. I want to make sure that that's perfectly clear, because I am here as a juggalo, and that is all. Black juggalos matter? Yeah! Okay. I've been a juggalo for 10 years. I'm a community 10 years, over 10 years. I'm a community organizer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. and I have dedicated my life to fighting oppression in all its forms and educating people about them. Right now, I'm thinking about the last few months, how I have been educating many people on this issue, wherever I go. I would use the Beyonce fan base, the Beehive, as an example. And people would all say, that is no way something like this would get this far if it was the Beehive. And I am a Beehiver as well.
Oh shit. That could be double jeopardy under the eyes of the law.
Oh, I'm so weird. I'm getting into it. I could be classified as something for many, many different things. Why I'm here? I am part of many organizations, groups, and identities, but I'm always a misfit in some way, shape, or form. The juggalos that I've met over the years are some of the only people who have accepted me for all of me and all my randomness. That's why I'm here, and that is why I'm a juggalo. And there's a lot more that makes me me. I'm a black Puerto Rican pansexual that is involved in my community in many different ways. I'm in multiple leadership positions in my city. I'm a haunted house actor. I'm a cosplayer. I'm a sci-fi geek, a Marvel geek, Star Trek, Star Wars, name it. I play Pokemon. I haven't gotten to Zelda yet, I'm sorry. And I've also ran for office. I'm involved, I vote, I do everything I can to make a difference in my world. And I don't hide this from any space I'm in. I'm going to tell you right now how I'm involved, and I'm going to tell them that I'm a juggalo and that I am as weird as it can be. I also love comic movies and the Packers. I had to. And juggalos accept me for all I am. But many of them can't move freely in this country. The way that they... This is the greatest day of my life! I'm sorry, I'm listening to everybody. I listen to everyone, so it's just like, y'all are saying awesome comments and I can't help but smile. But many of them can't move, many of my friends can't move freely in this country the way they want because of the uneducated gang label. When I travel in the United States, if I see a fellow juggalo, I greet them with a whoop whoop, and I ask them how they're being treated where they're from. And I've heard many types of stories, many ridiculous things, like not being able to put on a shirt you just bought from Hot Topic in the mall. And of course there's many more stories that are more horrible than that. People's kids getting taken away, being pulled over all the time. I think this is awesome that we are trying to fight against police harassment. America has a history of criminalizing underrepresented groups based on bad research, stereotypes, and bias. The Juggalo gang designation on the state and federal level is no different. The only research I've seem to find is the FBI asking other law enforcement agencies, not a gang expert, or talking to a diverse amount of juggalos. They use stereotypes and bias, and they just talk to people who had no clue what the hell we about. Too many people are caught up in bad gang laws and policy. There needs to be well-researched, non-culturally biased, universal gang definitions so that no more lives are ruined. People get paid by law enforcement agencies across the country to put on workshops to train people into knowing what a juggalo is when they can just ask us. I think that this is just completely ridiculous. I think that this shouldn't have happened, this shouldn't have gone this far, that this shouldn't just is just affecting way too many people. There's just, I'm getting emotional just thinking about my friends and stuff that has getting messed with. They go to other cities. It's not as bad in Milwaukee, I will tell you that. But too many people, when they get little crimes, they have to register as a gang. They have been persecuted in many different ways they did not expect. And I just think it really needs to come to an end. People need to research what different groups are about. They need to not try to pigeonhole people into a certain kind of category and try to demonize them when they don't know what the hell they're about. Come ask me. I'm an educator. Come ask me what juggalos are about. Come ask me what Black Lives Matter is about. Come ask me what Black Juggalos is about. Come ask me about Puerto Ricans. Come ask me about geeks. I don't give a crap. I'm an educator. You can find me on Facebook and you can inbox me. And you can make sure that you are not ignorant. If you have a smartphone and you have access to internet, you have no excuse for your ignorance.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I gotta say, I just love y'all right now. I love everybody out here. I love everybody's comments. I love everybody's look. I'm just loving everybody. So again, woo woo!
We're getting married. Those two dudes.
So I find this a great honor to be speaking where Martin Luther King has spoke. I've dedicated, like I said, I've dedicated my life to civil rights and civil liberties. And I'm fighting for everybody as long as I live in whatever kind of position that I'm in to make sure that people can live freely and is protected, and the constitutional protections that are already there are actually enforced. They're actually done, because that is what is needed. That's what it's supposed to be, and that is what the founding fathers wanted. We are supposed to be protected from things like this. This shouldn't be happening to no one. We should be able to go anywhere and everywhere the way we want to. As I close, again, love you. Let me know where the parties are tonight. Y'all can find me on Facebook. And Twitter. Twitter's probably a little better right now. I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna say that. Actually, I was gonna wrap up, but I'm gonna say this. The reason why I don't say all juggalos matter like that is because that's co-opting another revolution, another project. You're gonna need a workshop. So anybody wants to know why I don't do that, please contact me. Please get a hold of me, because there's a difference in this. We are all in trying to free the world, and we're all trying to make the world a better place. And I don't think that we should co-op each other's rallies and stuff like that, or co-op each other's revolutions like that. We should understand each other and be there for each other. So get involved. Get involved. Vote. Get the DAs out. The DAs are the ones that are putting criminal charges on people. Find out if they don't support juggalos and they don't support if they don't support. Can you please be quiet for 2 seconds, ma'am? Thank you. If the DA doesn't support, yeah, please, thank you.
Let the speaker speak and have a lozenge.
Yo, meet me out in the back. Not like that. We just gonna talk. But anyway, this is the point. If you vote, get involved. If people are not supporting the fact that people should be treated equally when it comes to sentencing in our judicial system, then vote them out. If they are criminalizing juggalos, vote them out. If they don't understand what's going on with juggalos, vote them out. If they don't understand other issues, vote them out. Get involved. Thank you.
Vote them out.
Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out.
King because I am here and I have to say this. From a quote from Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We must fight, and that's the end of his quote. We must fight to make sure that we are all happy in this country, in the world. Thank you.
That was Off the Hook. Give some Juggalo love to community organizer Solano Ramos. That was the shit. Juggalos, you ready for some more knowledge? We got mad knowledge to drop, we got musical guests, and I don't know if you heard about it, but there's a motherfucking march going on pretty soon. Whoop whoop! Next up is a very gifted writer. She writes for publications and websites all over the fucking planet, many of which you've heard, none of which I'll fucking mention. But please show some love all the way from Brooklyn, New York. This is Camille Dodero. Come on up, Camille.
Hey. So, I'm a writer and a journalist and a human, and most people wouldn't expect a song called Santa's a Fat Bitch to be a deft critique of class identity. But then you haven't spent much time with journalists. I mean, with juggalos, shit. But I have spent a lot of time with juggalos. And you guys are juggalos, so you've spent a lot of time with juggalos. I've been to 6 gatherings, I've been to tons of juggalo shows, I've talked to at length with more juggalos than I can possibly remember. And so a few years ago, I was lucky enough to be in Hawaii visiting a friend, and I had a few additional days to kill. So I contacted Scotty D of Fago Lovers to see if he knew any juggalos in Hawaii. And Scotty D puts up a post saying there's a writer in Hawaii looking for juggalos, and soon after this kid named Josh writes me, and he tells me he's had bad experience with reporters, but he and his wife are willing to meet up and see how it goes, and maybe if I'm interested, he'll take me on a bomb-ass hike. So we make a plan, and the next day I'm getting on the plane to Maui, and I realize that I'm going to an island where I've never been, where I know no one, where I've committed to go hiking with strangers that I met through the internet, entirely on the basis that they identify deeply with fictional, scary clown serial killers. And, you know, that sounds bad to most people. But most people haven't spent a lot of time with juggalos. So I went anyway. And I met up with this couple, and his name Josh and Bree, and Josh picks me up at a hotel, and he's smart and funny and tough, and driving around he starts telling me his stories. And you know, he's had a pretty horrible life, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. You know, he was poor, like from Illinois, would eat for days poor. His father was a terrible alcoholic, and he had just been through these really, really terrible things that like I don't even feel comfortable sharing in this environment. Like, and I bet a lot of you can relate to that. You know, and for a while, Josh was homeless, and his situation with his father got so bad, just to graduate high school, he had to live out of his car so he could stay in the district. And one of the things he was telling me about being a juggalo is that, like, he's like, I remember in middle school thinking, like, there has to be something in life that doesn't suck. Like, so I tried different music, you know, like Korn or Slipknot, and they'd sing about their anger and exclusion. But then I'd hang out with these kids, and they'd put other people down to feel on top the minute they got like an opportunity. And they were the same pieces of garbage hypocrite as everybody else. So when Josh found ICP and went to his first gathering, it wasn't like that at all. And he was like, oh my God, these people are exactly how I thought they were going to be. And nobody here is disappointing. And he knew that he found a kind of home. And, you know, I spent 3 days with Josh and his wife, Gray, and, you know, they were amazing, and we went hiking, we did go hiking, we jumped off a cliff and talked for hours and hours, and another thing that they told me is that, you know, even if Shaggy and Jay disappeared tomorrow, we're still here. Just like you guys are all still here. And what they meant is not we're a gang. What they meant is even if they didn't have ICP as like an active figurehead, they'd still be there. You know, a homeless high school student would still be there. The child predator victim filled with rage, like you're still there. The southern white kid trapped among the racist rednecks, like he's still there. You know, the kids with a house that even Santa Claus wouldn't visit, like they're still there. And, you know, to me, that's what Santa as a fat bitch is about. It's about being so poor that even Santa won't come to your neighborhood. It's about turning on the television and seeing jolly old Saint Nick lead a parade and, like, getting excited that maybe he'll come by this year. And, you know, then you wake up on Christmas morning and all that's on the floor, like your alcoholic dad's boxers. And it's like, wow, like even Santa doesn't have time for me. And songs like this from Insane Clown Posse, like hilarious and foul-mouthed and amazing, and they're bat signals for kids like Josh and you to find each other. And so after we hung out, Josh sent me an ICP song most of you I'm sure know, from the Wraith era sampler that I hadn't heard, called Simple and Blunt. And there are a couple lines that just stick with me, and he sent it to me because he's like, this is the best explanation I can find that explains. And the lines that stick with me are when Violent J's talking about juggalos in the community that sprung up, and he says, you know, it ain't a fan base, it's like a family drawn together like we're from outer space. We call ourselves juggalos, but I guess I'd explain it. We relate because we've shared the same kinds of pain. And so, to simplify juggaloism to its most viscerally emotional form, juggalos are the nation's most spectacularly fun therapy group. You know, and when you can't afford therapy unless it's court ordered, like your juggalo homies are an actual lifesaver. And so then, when a governmental organization looks at you and your homies, it can't understand it because there's no obvious analog. It's like, well, why are all these people who were born into really bad situations that we as a nation refuse to fix, like, why are they hanging out together? Like, why aren't they ashamed of who they are? Why are they wearing the same Hatchet Man symbol that's a family crest? Like, that must be a gang. But if juggalos are a gang, then why aren't individual fraternities gangs? They wear the same Greek-lettered symbols, they have a history of rowdiness and drugs and assault. They say they belong to a brotherhood, which is like a family without moms and sisters and nieces, which sounds to me like a really bad family. But what's the difference between those groups and juggalos? Well, to me, and based on my experience as a journalist and a human and a writer, the difference between those kids is that those kids' parents have money, and that's a difference. And most juggalos I know, they don't have parents with money. Like sometimes they don't even have parents, and sometimes they're fighting to be the parents they never had. You know, like Josh. I was texting with him yesterday. He's now 32. He's remarried. He has a young son, and his wife has this amazing job. So he quit so he can be a stay-at-home dad. And honestly, if he had not found ICP and juggalos, that would not be the way his story went. And like that's why I, as a writer and reporter, and keep meeting and writing juggalos is to like amplify the stories of people like you and kids like Josh, because like based on my experiences as a journalist and a writer and a human, if most people had his life or your life, they'd have turned out a lot differently. You know, and it's like a wise man named Violent J once said, but with a curse word I can't use. Say it! Say it! I got them all. They say my friends will never be any good, but the president wouldn't have been crap if he was raised in my neighborhood.
Thank you. Give it up for show some love for Camille Dodero, all the way from Brooklyn. Whoop whoop. Yo, when I was on the plane to Washington, D.C., I finished up the last few chapters of an incredible fucking book. How many of y'all have read the book Juggalo? That book features a cover photograph by our friend Hazen, an incredible photo of Shaggy 2 Dope. But right now, we got the author of Juggalo, the iconic writer. He's written so many bomb-ass books about music. This guy's got a black belt in music. Give it up for Steve Miller!
Hey y'all, looks like revolution out there. Thank you very much. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure anytime I can do anything on behalf of the Juggalos. It's always been my honor. That book, Juggalo, did well, thanks to you guys, and I appreciate it. And again, it's my honor to be here. When I first found out, I'd covered real gangs in my life. I'm a journalist, and I covered real gangs, MS-13, Bloods, Crips, shit like that. When I got the report in 2011, the FBI Gang Threat Assessment Report, and Juggalos were in it, my first thought was, of course, like a whole lot of you, was, what the fuck? And, you know, and I looked at this and I thought, well, there's something obviously just terribly wrong. No, they're there all the time. They aren't watching this. But smile, they may be taking your picture. Anyway, there's something wrong with this. So, of course, I started thinking, you know, maybe it's worth a book. Maybe it's worth finding out, you know, exactly what's wrong. Why would a spirited, independent bunch of music fans, Juggalos, be a gang in the eyes of law enforcement? That made no sense to me. So I started following up and I started researching, and I realized something. It's all about the money. You guys, nobody could make money off you guys. No corporate entity could make money off you. Nobody could exploit you guys. Nobody could do anything with you until law enforcement figured out that they could get some sweet gang fighting cash by making you guys a target. They said, well, nobody's going to fight. They aren't going to fight back. How can they fight back? They're Juggalos, right? Bullshit is right. They learn different. All right, so I started working on that, and, you know, and I talked to all kinds of people. I talked to cops. I talked to, of course, you guys. Went to a couple gatherings, went to some shows. It was awesome. It was a great experience. Y'all were nice, and everybody was cool. And you truly treated everything everybody said that was good about you guys was absolutely accurate. Everything everybody said was bad was inaccurate, which was striking me like, you know, what's going on here? So at any rate, what I found was a group that really actually embodied freedom. You know, you're bonded by music, which is one of the great arts that we have as a species. That's what you were bonded by, and you were brought together by this. And then what a great idea. But at the same time, these cops were making money off you guys. They were having seminars in communities talking about how evil Juggalos were and what a threat Juggalos were, how they were gang members and they were crime-ridden and this was this and that. And I talked to them. They paid taxpayer money to do these seminars to exploit the Juggalos. And all the law enforcement made money. There's millions of dollars in grants that go to law enforcement agencies. That's how you ended up on the gang threat assessment list. All right. It's because, and part of it was because people hate freedom, man. I mean, they hate to see freedom. There's two ways you can go in life. You can go to freedom or you can go to security. You guys, a lot of y'all took freedom, and that's really probably the favored route. They couldn't put you guys in a tidy little box. They couldn't make millions off you. They couldn't tell you what to do. No amount of, you know, and so there was just no way to handle you guys, and that's what troubled law enforcement. That's how you ended up here. That's why we ended up here. It's scary, you know, scary. The unknown is scary too. Cops are, you know, let's face it, cops aren't all bad. We all went to the gatherings in Ohio. Those cops were cool, right? Right? Then we went to the gathering in Oklahoma. The cops, not too cool, right? Right. So I mean, we can't. Not all cops. Let's not all put them in the same, you know, in the same box. The gang list, though, was a response to freedom, and people don't like things that are unbridled. So here we are on the National Mall. This is a place that stands for freedom. This Capitol was founded The whole place was founded on the basis of a marketplace of ideas. And your ideas are just as valid as everybody else's. You know, you want to have your own, subculture. Probably, I mean, for fuck's sake, this could be the last American subculture. Let's hope not, but you do it right, so it doesn't matter. If it is, that's fine. But again, the marketplace of ideas. Some ideas are unpopular, that's okay. We got to have tolerance for them, you know? Some of them are aberrant. We still have to have tolerance for them. But right now, I'm going to guess the Founding Fathers would certainly smile at the killer diversity of interest and the culture that you guys bring here today. You were never a gang, ever. We can trust the government to get it wrong, way wrong, and they continue to do that today. This is a good side of America. The misfits, the outsiders that are happy to be that way, that defy description, but always stand up for family. That you guys exist is somewhat of a miracle, given today's oppressive culture. But maybe it's the last, again, maybe it is the last true subculture. At least in music it is, and it's a blessing. Be strong, you guys. Keep your creative space in the world. God bless and peace out.
Whoop, whoop. Give it up for Steve Miller! And be sure to check out the book Juggalo. That book will blow your fucking mind. It's incredible. Unprecedented access and insight into the Juggalo world. I talked earlier in my opening speech about Juggalos work in all fields. They're part of all industries and professions. And the following man I'm about to introduce to you, this motherfucker is like the ultimate warrior of lawyers. This guy fires up and lays the fucking legal smackdown on anybody and everybody that tries to fuck with our family. So please give a warm Juggalo welcome to the motherfucking Juggalo-lawyer, Ferris Hasta.
What's up, fam? It's your faithful attorney at law here. So we're in DC. You know, this is where they originally published that gang list. Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! The Dark Carnival came to their front door. We're not so scary, right? We're not so scary. But we just got some questions and we want some answers. Yeah! You know, but first off, what kind of criminal gang sues people? Can you just riddle me that? What kind of gang does charity food drives? But seriously, my question is, if the government labeled punk rockers a criminal gang, what about the deadheads? How many people would be out in the streets protesting along with them? If the FBI decided to put Grateful Dead heads on the criminal gang list, how fast would they have to change that shit and apologize? If hippies were now criminally profiled and legally considered a street gang, no one would stand for that nonsense. Yo, if the KISS Army were all of a sudden listed as a security threat by the FBI, how embarrassed would the government be by that?
Yo, fuck KISS!
You know the Believers fucking send death threats to anybody who insults Justin Bieber, like Selena Gomez has to dodge that shit. Maybe they'll be next on the gang list, maybe he's a gang leader. But I mean, you know, it could be anybody, man. Emo kids, hipsters, fish fans, Hulkamaniacs, brother. Dude, if any of these more well-known groups were put on the list, the FBI would be the laughingstock of the entire fucking planet. You know what else? You know what else? I guarantee that the courts wouldn't take over 5 years and 2 appeals just to decide if there's anything we can even do to fix it. Fuck that. We all know what would happen. We all know, Americans would unite, they'd condemn all this ludicrous blacklisting of an entire group of music fans and friends and family. We're talking about freaking music here. If this is allowed to stand, and so far it has been, then we definitely don't live in a free society anymore. It's so out of whack. I can't even believe that we still have to stand here and argue about this in 2017. When is anyone in Washington going to listen to us? Right now, that's right, motherfuckers, right now. We'll march again if we have to. The federal court in Detroit actually tried to dismiss our case twice now, saying basically that the FBI did nothing legally wrong by gang listing thousands of normal, everyday Americans. And that, get this, that the court said that the FBI is entitled to their opinion, and you shouldn't be able to sue them for that, for what they said about us. That's what we said. We said, fuck that shit, and we appealed that shit. So who's next? I mean, that's what America needs to understand, who's next to be blacklisted for no good reason? Who's next? It's like that famous, Nazi poem, today they came for the juggalos and I was quiet because I'm not a juggalo. No big deal, right, America? I mean, it's only juggalos, but who are they coming for next? That's what people don't realize. So now we have college graduates, and you heard from them, who can't get a job because of the music they listen to. We got Child Protective Services telling people they can't see their own kids because they have ICP posters in their house. We got veterans, people who want to serve our country, and people who already attempted to make the ultimate sacrifice, being told to fuck the fuck off by the U.S. Army. We got Americans who can't walk down the street, let alone drive, without getting harassed by the police and thrown in gang segregation. I mean, is this America or is this the Soviet Union? We living under a dictatorship or the world's freest democracy? We don't know anymore. Well, you guys know the deal. It's us. It's juggalos. We always said we didn't count. Little did we know how true that really was, right? They're proving it every day that this is allowed to stand. They're proving that we don't matter to anybody. So when will people care? Well, we're doing the only civilized things we can do as Americans. We're protesting. We're marching. We're here in Washington, D.C. for the FBI to see us up close and personal. This isn't communist Russia. If one American suffers, that's too much. Let alone thousands of Americans for years and years. Stop dragging this out, FBI. Do the right thing. We're only asking you to correct the records.
It seems like a reasonable fucking request.
I mean, it's easy. We should have sued them for money or something. Put some pressure on these motherfuckers. Should I add that to the lawsuit? Class action for everybody?
And we can use the money for air conditioning outside at the next gathering.
Yo, while we're here, I want to ask the FBI one more thing. A serious question. What kind of gang has every single one of their events open to the general public? Think about that for a second. Yo, FBI, you can actually come to the concert tonight. You can come to the fucking nightclub after party tonight. You can buy a ticket and do some undercover investigating Please investigate. We beg you.
Please investigate deeply at the merch table.
Come to the gathering of the Juggalos. You know, you can afford a ticket if the Juggalos can afford it. But hey, we'll be happy to buy you fucking tickets. We're begging you to investigate us and just realize your goddamn mistake. Man up. Just man up. And fix the record. Admit you made a mistake and clear our name. That's what we're here for. We're here to clear our name. We came all the way to you. We came all the way to DC. So hear us out, FBI. Hear us out, America. You know, I mean, you know, just to give you my normal legal update like I always do, we just got a new court date. So we finally got a new court date. It's October 11th in Cincinnati at the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals. That's one level under the U.S. Supreme Court right here in D.C. So we might be back here sooner than we thought. But hey, I encourage you to come out and show your support in Cincinnati on October 11th. You know, real quick, I'd like to thank my co-counsel Howard Hertz of Hertz and Schramm, the amazing lawyers fighting pro bono on your behalf every day of the ACLU of Michigan, and Michigan's largest law firm, Miller Canfield, Emily Palacios. You have no idea the type of blessing that all of these people have been to our case, guys. So just give them a big whoop whoop for me. Yeah, I'd like to send a shout out to my newborn son, Jace. Yo, he was actually due yesterday. He came 2 weeks early so I can make it to the march. That's how cool he is. My beautiful wife, Rima, at home taking care of my baby boy. I love you guys. You know, of course, I'd like to shout out all the Juggalos that actually made it out here to represent us. You didn't sit idly by and watch other people suffer. You know, we gotta give a shout out to all the Juggalos that tried to make it and just couldn't. Much clown love. Who's ready to march? When I say stop, you say whoop whoop. Stop! 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 I love you, Juggalos.
Give it up for the Juggalo! Paris Hot Dog! Whoop whoop! The name of the game is keeping it moving. And right about now, we're going to bring up a very special guest to speak to y'all. You know him, you love him, despite the fact that he is a creep ass. Show some love for Keegan, the motherfucking creep ass.
Fuck you, Keegan! I see you up there!
Let's see, I'm gonna hold it.
You better say
How's everyone doing? We made it! They didn't take us serious, but I think the message is loud and clear. Huh? How you guys back there doing? It's going back all the way to the fucking memorial. This is awesome, man. Hello to all my Juggalos. I know so many of you out there. To all the media outlets that are covering this live and giving us a fair shake, honestly, thank you. Thank you. Please show some love to that, okay? That's all we ask for, man. We invite any and everybody, and you're gonna find that out. So like KG said, my name is Keegan Alt, the Creep Ass of Comedy. I'm a comedian, a Christian, and of course a Juggalo. Okay? I first got involved and fell in love with this scene when I was 9 years old in 1999. Little small talk. See, I grew up in a lower middle class family. I may not have had much growing up, but I was always taught to treat others with respect and to always help others when necessary. Growing up borderline poor and a Juggalo isn't easy. I can tell you from first-hand experience. I've had my fair share of dirty looks, bullies, you name it. Society hasn't always been kind to Juggalos, and I'm not really sure why.
See, when I was able to attend my first ICP concert, I wasn't ready for what was about to happen. Sure, I love the music, but meeting other juggalos, that was such a huge moment for me. No one ever cared how I dressed, how I looked, how big my titties were. Okay?
Hey,
or about the...
And at times, they've been pretty fucking big and juicy.
They are getting bigger, actually.
You don't mind me
KG, thanks
saying.
for pointing that out. Psychopathic gave me a nice 2X instead of a 3X. I'm a national tip. No way.
Show your tits on TV.
Oh, no, what? All right. Where's NBC at? Where's CNN at?
Do it for Vice.
Oh, those are juggalo titties. So, this is not where I thought my speech was going today. I fucking did this a bunch in my head. That is the last thing I thought I was going to do. Okay. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. All right. But in all seriousness, the reoccurring theme in this country as a whole to me is to fear what you don't understand. Okay? And I think that's where all this stems from. Society sees some people dressed up as clowns, listening to profane music, and spraying each other with pop. We like to do that shit. I don't know why, but we do it. It doesn't make sense, and that's okay. All right? And they see all that and they assume the worst. I get it. Okay? We aren't perfect by any means. I'm sure as hell not. Exactly. Who the hell is? But it's not fair to lump the actions of a small group of people, of juggalos in our community, and treat us as a whole. Okay? Show me a few thousand cops, a few thousand priests, even some politicians here in D.C., and I'll show you a few bad apples. Okay? So you want to play that game, we can do that. No group of people is completely perfect, and if you spend your time looking for the bad while ignoring the good, well, then of course your outlook's going to be negative. That's fucking common sense. Okay? But how about all the positive from our community? I'm going to start with Psychopathic has hosted many events, concerts, and helped numerous charities. From helping the homeless by performing shows where the price of admission was a few cans of food, as you heard earlier today, or how they have auctioned off many of their personal own items just to give back to charities helping people with diseases, abused women, even animal shelters. In 2014, ICP and Psychopathic Records had headlined a benefit show for Aaron Spencer, a juggalo who passed away. Personally, raising money for his family, who was in a very hard and difficult time in their life. A fan. Not many artists do that for their fans. Okay? There's no love like this, man. There really isn't. There isn't. Look at where we're at right now. Look at who's around you. Stop. Look at one another. For real. Make some, let him hear it. There's a helicopter coming that way. Let that motherfucker hear what we're all about. Family! 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 Love it. Y'all do my job. I love it. I love it. And a lot of these charities are not juggalo related, but just rather to help the average citizen. Chances are these people don't even know who juggalos are, but that's another beautiful part about being a juggalo. We help one another. We don't give a fuck what you think about it, man. And I know that's weird to say it like that, but that's just how we do things. All right? See, if you look behind the paint, if you look behind the clothes, the lyrics, the message has always been love. It's always been... There we go. You take care of one another, no matter your race, your age, your gender, or religion. We know we're the outcast. Okay, we know we're different. You don't need to remind us. And fuck it, we kind of like it anyway, so... But what we do need you to know is that despite what you have heard, despite what the media, society, and the fucking FBI has said, we're fucking awesome! They're just jealous. They hate us because they ain't us, bitch! Yeah, look at that. Look at all these smiling faces. I fucking love it. That's why we're here. I say, I'm just going to throw this out to Psychopathic. I say we gather in Washington, D.C. this year. We'll gather in this motherfucker. We'll turn that into lake hepatitis. They don't even know what that means. But you guys know what that means.
Don't do it.
All right. I'm proud to be a part of the psychopathic family. I'm proud of what we represent, what we are, and everything we will be. So today we are speaking up for all of you that don't know us, to fans of rap, rock and roll, country, and any other fucking form of media you can think of, and entertainment. This could happen to you. And unless we stand up and unite together, it's gonna keep happening. All right? So you better learn to get along with us and love us like we want to love you, because we fucking ain't going anywhere. Today we are all juggalos. We are all First Amendment warriors. We are all one. Thank you so much. Give DC a motherfucking loud whoop whoop.
Show some love for Keegan Alt. He's a creep ass in gimmick, but an awesome and hilarious ninja in real life. DJ Carlito, drop some flavor on him. Stay hyped, Juggalos. More flavor coming in mere moments.
Who you on the phone with? Brendan. Carney King? Gangsta! To tell them what? Get your fucking ass to the march? Yeah. How's your experience at the march thus far?
It's been awesome so far. Like,
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Feels like a 10-get on the head.
But we know this, right? Actions speak louder than words. And in just a little bit, we're gonna show our action as we peacefully take to the streets and demonstrate for our God-given constitutional rights. Whoop whoop! Are y'all ready to march? Are you ready to show the world what we're truly about? Well, that's what's up. But before we do that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you two very special guest speakers. You may be very familiar with their work. Show some love for the Duke of the Wicked and the Southwest Stranglelord himself, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, the Insane Clown Posse. Oh shit! Woo woo! Mad family up in this bitch! Wow! Amazing! Our wigs are flipped. Man, we know Washington, D.C. ain't cheap. This motherfucker's expensive. You came out to represent, man. Thank you. On behalf of the Juggalos all over the country, fucking thank you. Yeah. Speech time! Wow, man. Washington, D.C. Juggalo March 2017! I hope everybody's got their walking shoes on today, because we about to march in this motherfucker, man.
it out, y'all. The christening right here. This is the J. This is the L. Juggalo love. Put them up, y'all. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's get down to business. Wow, this is just an epic moment for us, man. I just want to take it in for a second, man. That's right, DC, Juggalos in this bitch. Yeah! So dope. That's right, Scrub Love! Hello, ninjas! Ninjets, my name is Joseph Frank Bruce Lee. I am the Duke of the Wicked, the dead body man. I've been called Mr. Happy. I've been called Bullet, Florida Joe, Big Baby Sweets, Big Baby Chips, Fats Pepper. That's right. In the kitchen at home, they call me Chef Jeff Joe Swanson. On carpet floors with padded walls and expensive equipment everywhere, they call me Dr. Punch. I didn't have time to print the fresh speech out. My young homie Light calls me Unk. My two beautiful children call me Dad. That's right. Ninjas call me Jay. Fans who don't really know me call me Jay, spelled J-A-Y. Or they just call me Violent, which sounds mad whack. I've also been known as Mr. Diamond, Golden Jelly. Some have even speculated I sometimes go by the name of Moon Glorious. Purely, solely speculation at this point. But I'd like to say that I'm absolutely in awe to be standing here looking out at all you ninjas with the ghetto birds flying above us at the National Mall in 2017. I can't believe we fucking lived this far to be here right now. You know, and you ninjas, you should be loud. Very, very loud. Because you are the crowd. You're the fucking crowd that deserves to be proud. Make some noise!
What up, Juggalos? My name's Shaggy. I too have many more names, but unlike my boy right here, you all know my name, so instead I want to address you here today, the march. Yo, to the Juggalos here today. Oh shit. You fucked up! 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 If anybody knows anything about me, you know I don't know shit about computers. Nathan, nothing. Nada.
We love you, though.
I got my support tech here, my IT guy.
like I know about fucking computers.
Hey man, we don't give a fuck, we still support you.
There we go, all right. Now, anyhow, to all you juggalos here today, and to the non-juggalos here today, hear me right now. To the ninjas, hear me. To the ninjettes, hear me. To the regular women, children, and men. To the irregular women, children, and men. To all ages of life, from fetus to fossil. To all shades of human life within the entire color wheel spectrum. The red lives, the brown lives, the white, the green, and the yellow lives. To full breed lives, to half breed lives. And breed lives, listen.
I believe that's inbred lives.
That's just how I say it, because I'm inbred. All tones from the pasty, porcelain doll, fluorescent MJ bright tone lives, to the midnight coal, oil soaked, void of light, dark tone lives listening. From the transparent lives, the sequence, emerald green, hue diamond blue lives, to the flashing strobe and pulsating and changing to the beat lives listening. To the homies, to the cronies, to the lonelies, to the phonies. We don't judge or discriminate for nobody, for nothing. Everybody's welcome under this big top. Yeah, you should be loud because you're the crowd to be proud. And right now, we couldn't be possibly prouder than we are to have you very people right here representing us today, right now, here at the Juggalo March on Washington, D.C. 2017. Thank you, motherfuckers. Be loud, everybody. Push in the crowd to be proud.
Yeah! Hell yeah! You really should totally be proud of yourselves right now, ninjas. That's real talk. If you can bend your backbones like Shaggy can, you should be up in one of them fucking porta potties right now blowing yourself. That's how proud you should be. If it's too nasty up in there, you should be up in one of these governmentally landscaped fine maple trees blowing yourself. Or playing the national anthem on your skin flute. Something. Just recognize how fucking dope you are right now because you're here. If there's a holy creator, and you know damn well we believe there is. If there is a holy creator, you know he's patting us on our head right now. And not the way a horny uncle does his nephew when he does what he's told and keeps his mouth shut. Nothing like that. But in the sense that we've done good for ourselves and many, many others who weren't as privileged, as driven, or as lucky to be here representing for them like we are right now. I hope you ninjas remember this for the rest of your lives because it's worth doing just that. For real, this issue, this matter means that much to us as juggalos, and we came here to do something about the problem, and you should be proud of yourselves because the way I look at it, each and every one of you ninjas and ninjettes probably represents 25,000 other ninjas. That's right. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where this is supposed to end with the feds. I don't know if they see juggalos as some sort of sheep or testing grounds. If they get away with this, what's next? Who's next in line? But the thing is, They're not gonna get past us. They're not just gonna steamroll over juggalos. Fuck that! You know, maybe they looked at us and said, man, those are the world's most hated people, supporting the world's most hated bands, bumping the world's most hated music. They'll be an easy target. Once we officially silence them and shut their mouths, that'll be our first step toward who knows what. Censorship, all around fucking brain control, I don't know what. But it ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down like that, my friends. I don't know who they had set in their sights next. Macklemore? I don't know.
Mr. Rogers.
But they ain't gonna meet whoever they had in their sights next. Because they awoke a sleeping giant. And there's more than just juggalos that are pissed about this. Good Americans are actually pissed about this. America has come farther than I think they realized. A lot of people don't want discrimination in this country anymore, man. They don't want bullshit racism. They don't want hate. That shit's played out and ancient, man. And I feel like today we're representing a lot of that bullshit. We're representing the force against it.
Fuck that!
So we're standing for a lot more than our own problem at hand. Because like I said, if they get away with this, if they roll right over us, where exactly does it fucking stop?
Stop right here! Fuck that! Freedom! That bitch incorporated!
They don't want gays marrying each other. They don't want fucking people saying whatever they want in public on microphones like this. They don't want races going to schools with each other. They don't want rich mingling with poor. All that 1967 played out fucking bullshit. It's 2017. I said 17.
We're living the dream.
People want freedom. They want the right to make a choice. They even want the right to smoke a little bit of fucking hog's breath Martian grass if they want. Look around you, it's happening. Laws are changing. I thought things were going in a good direction. And all of a sudden we took a giant leap backwards all of a sudden with this, and I don't understand it at all. But people ain't having it. More than just us. More than just juggalos. There's people here right now that aren't juggalos, that don't know our music, that don't give a fuck about us, but they do give a fuck about injustice and discrimination. Let's give it up for them, y'all. Come on, fam. That's right. Yeah. But we're making our presence felt as juggalos here right now. And it goes much farther than what meets the eye right now. They're watching us all over the place, all over the country, all over the world, in fact. Ninjas, you're being heard right now. Be loud because you're the crowd to be proud.
Family!
And don't fuck up because they're watching. That's right. They're watching us right now. There's a Fed watching you right now with your face on close-up on his monitor. That's right. He's got your face blown up full screen on his monitor. And he's got the in-screen technology with a close-up of your ass. That's right. And he's up in a fucking one-man satellite
Right up there. And in front of him, he's got controls that look like the old school Atari 2600. I'm not kidding. He's up there gripping a one-man satellite. And he's sitting in a high chair style baby seat. Pinched off tight as fuck. Just waiting to rain shit all over our fresh parade. Don't give them what they want. Don't be the criminals they're saying we are. In front of them. Don't be the thugs, the vandals, and the hoodlums they're claiming we are while they're looking. Be careful, be safe, ninjas. 17. That's right, ninjas. This is our year. We're here. We're loud. We're proud. And as they're looking at you with that close-up on their monitor of your mug, go ahead and mouth the words, "Fuck you." That's right. And that screen-in-screen technology with the close-up of your ass. And for some reason, their third monitor has a close-up of Psy's Gangnam Style video pulled up on YouTube for some reason. The point is they can't be explained. If they can be explained, what the fuck would we be on a gang list for? None of it makes any sense. So ignore the fucking fruity feds, ignore the fruity feds, and ignore the fact they're watching us. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and be loud with pride, dignity. Woo-hoo! Yeah. The cool thing is, what's beautiful is, there actually is members of the media, members in powerful branches of the press that actually have our back. Because they're not shallow. They're not looking at us for our latest album's quality or bullshit like that. They're looking at simple, blunt, obvious cut and dry discrimination, and they're screaming foul. Vice is here. Give it up for Vice. It's crazy, but somehow Time Magazine has our back. There's all sorts of media that are actually siding with us because they cry foul when they see it. Show them love, juggalos. Woo woo. Yeah, we need it.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
That's right, Howard Stern got your back. You know, the bottom line is, there's an issue at hand, a very bold, blatant issue we're discussing here. And whether or not you detest or respect the Juggalo subculture's amazing and undeniable impact on America's high-class fashion industry, and the impact Juggalos have on America's stylish trends, that's not what we're discussing right now. Nor are we discussing Shaggy or my own extremely unbelievable Prince-like multi-instrumental talents. Nor are we just having another 3-hour discussion of Shaggy, my brother's inhuman, damn near supernatural, pinpoint perfected, marathon ballet style, freestyle dancing skills. That's not up for debate right now. What is and what always has been up for debate is the only thing we've cried about since 2011. Discrimination! Fuck but I would fucking march for the right for two gay people to marry each other if they wanted. I would fucking actually march for a redneck's right for his neck to be red. I don't want to take nobody's rights away for anything they want unless they want to hurt or be foul, hurt the feelings, or walk around projecting negative energy. There's no point for that. But everybody's opinion is worth more than gold to me, even if it's not my opinion or Shaggy's. We still believe in the right to have an opinion. Taking away, as you know, taking away somebody's opinion is no different than sewing their butthole shut. Do you want to sew a man's butthole shut? I mean, I might want to watch what happens in fast forward, but I don't want to do the actual sewing. The point is, fuck discrimination, right?
Fuck that shit!
The issue we're addressing right now is, however, there's many Americans who don't fucking want to see any more played out 1960 fucking 4 old guard, old money, old wiggly redneck, whiskey throat, bigot, bitch boy, Richie, dickhead, douchery, discrimination, and it's played out bullshit in our country anymore. The good people, the hard-working people, the hard-having, free-thinking, moral-minded people are demanding better treatment for each other, on each other, in this day and age.
Change for Congress!
In this day and age, we're talking about the United States government still doing this bullshit.
Trump can, Jay can too.
That's why you're here right now. You're in the crowd to be proud. You're the ones demanding no discrimination. Why the fuck would anybody want to be on the other side of this argument? Why? What is the FBI side of the argument aim? If it happens to juggalos, if the government gets away with this, commits such a blatant act of discrimination against us juggalos, then what the fuck happens to us next? What happens to everybody next? You never know. What happens to Jimmy Buffett's parrot heads? What happened to Justin Bitch Boy Bieber's Little Believers? What happens to Mariah Carey's shithead sheep? Our guess is good as yours, but we ain't never gonna have to find out. We're not gonna have to see what kind of censorship bullshit the feds will put on American citizens next, because juggalos ain't gonna get steamrolled over like that.
Hell no!
The Juggalo family ain't gonna serve as the guinea pigs for this insanely ludicrous discrimination experiment on behalf of the feds. Fuck that! We juggalos believe in all lives, all nationalities, all religions, all sexual preferences, all net worths, all ages, sizes, education, and any other thing that separates us from each other. Whether you're talking about a woman's fuzzy netting hair, from little peach fuzz, to Duck Dynasty length beards. It don't matter.
Don't get wet till it's in your mouth!
Whether you're talking about the size of a man's butthole, from pinky toe ring size to Big Pun's briefs, R.I.P. If a ninja has a soul, then a ninja matters immensely. Everybody living should mean the world to us. And check this out. The United States government should take a page from the Dark Carnival handbook on that shit right there. It seems wisdom beats out over intelligence in almost every case. Intelligence is what you taught in your schools, special classes, and through training. And it's all very important. But this simple fact.
Is he scrolling for you?
Yes, he is. I don't know how to do it. I'm not sure I'm at. Right, and that's all very important. But wisdom is a skill only living through life and being a servant can teach you. Wisdom is only earned by having feelings for fellow man, trying your best to be a good person, and being kind to one another on this incredible planet we share. Wisdom only comes from learning the best, most efficient ways to make love, not war. Doing your best to spread karma and love to each other instead of spreading hurtful rumors and lies about each other. Wisdom is only earned by living life powered and committing good positive energy and actions to get yours. What do you want more in life? This is jumping all around. What do you want more in life? Intelligence or wisdom? The gang's FBI assessment reports are all in people. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's crazy, mad intelligent profile experts have computed the information compounded within its extremely intelligent database system, and it's all been computed. All of the program intelligence and the information, and it's in its last.
Yeah, it's in it last.
It's in it last, motherfucker. I can't read the scroll.
That was some fucking hellified reading right there. That was fucking very impressive. Check it out, Joe. The FBI's intelligence is in, and the database report is complete. And it says, Juggalos are a loosely organized hybrid gang. But check it out. The Juggalos and the Dark Carnival Wisdom Report is in as well. And that report says 2 words. Fuck you. That report says, in the eyes of Juggalos, there's no such thing as a VIP. We're all very important. Every fucking human being is very important. Fuck your VIP. Juggalos, it's simply put, best by my brother Jump Steady. I don't give a fuck what the intelligence says. I don't give a fuck what the intelligence scholars teach the feds in law school. Intelligence is how to make a nuclear bomb. But wisdom is how not to use it. Juggalos possess mad wisdom! We're a family, ninjas! Family! 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 That's right! And we got family at home we're marching for! This may sound corny, but it's real shit. Love always wins every time. And we're marching for love. Juggalo family love. I don't know what the fuck they're marching for. I don't know what they're talking about. But we're out here fighting for freedom and Juggalo love. This is our day on our year. Are you ready? Yeah! be proud. We're gonna be loud. And when you leave DC, take this with you. Take this with you, ninjas. The Juggalo family and the wicked clowns will never die. Let's march, motherfuckers!
I can't hear y'all. Is there any family up in here? Fuck yeah! Family! 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 Family!
Juggalos, juggalettes, the time has come to march, motherfuckers. If you're ready to do this shit, you see those two umbrellas over there under the tree that way? Head on over there to those two white big umbrellas, and that's where the march starts. Y'all see them over there? Follow the motherfucking crowd.
Hey, KG!
Whoop whoop!
Hold on, give me 1 second.
It's time to march peacefully and show people what's up. One love, Juggalos, let's do this.
KG! Hey!
Fuck KG, not getting me the shot. Hey KG, will you get me the shot? Can you hold this right here and go like that over the crowd real quick before they disperse?
Is it rolling right now? Hey T-Man, where'd Jay go? Stay in the march too or not? Juggalo for life, baby! Psycho Crack! Psycho Crack! Never die! Psycho Cosmic Riders! Fucking Psycho Crack! Here's my birthday! Thank you!
Fuck I am. I'm at the Juggalo March, marching for our rights and the Queen, obviously.
We marching, baby. Yeah, yeah. Show us your butthole.
No, not right now.
I want to sew it shut, but I don't want to be the guy doing the sewing.
No one should ever sew my beautiful butthole shut.
And then keep feeding you! And feeding you! All the haters that couldn't be here.
What are we doing
Oh
here?
shit, notslim1. We are at the Juggalo March in Washington, D.C. It's the motherfucking shit. If you didn't show up, you fucked up. Holy shit, this is awesome.
What up, Mr. McInnes? We're at the Juggalo March, and we're fucking marching.
We're fucking marching right now.
These hoes. Did you see the snipers up on the monument? Snipers up on the monument?
No, I saw no snipers.
Yeah, I got a picture of it.
Sweet.
You must touch his butt if you hug him. Touch it.
They just don't know, man, Keely. They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't fucking know.
I will never die alone. Swing our hatchets if we must. I will never die alone.
We're at the march in
We're fucking marching for juggalos, motherfucker.
We're marching right now.
What?
We're marching hard as fuck.
We're marching. Look at the size of this motherfucker. Holy shit.
There's Andy.
A couple hundred people in my ass. Look at this fucking guy.
White kids don't like us. Keep walking away and stuff.
What up? What up, bro? How's it going?
It's good, man. It's good.
It's hot right now.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah, it might be hot, but look, we got Huber here.
He's pretty hot.
And he's always hot. That's why we're hot.
I'm gonna take my shirt off.
But let me tell you, this is peaceful. It's been good. We're representing like we should.
I can't stop sweating.
That's because you're a fat pig.
Where's your baby powder when we need it, Blake?
Yeah.
You didn't bring it this time?
No, it's in the camper.
Well, fuck the camera right now.
I know.
It's fucking destiny on this march because like I've literally ran into everyone I fucking know. Like,
I was looking at you and waving at you behind the stage. You didn't see shit.
Good, I was doing my civic duties. But yeah, no. Fucking great ass march, man.
I'm Light, psychopathic monster, one Washington D.C. marching. I got the Reno Riders behind me.
Hell yeah, Reno Riders.
Marching for y'all.
Fuck yeah. Sweating for y'all.
Sweating, dripping, balls dripping, sweating.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop, juggalo love this motherfucker.
Yeah. So I guess I'm vlogging your march. What does that mean? Somewhere behind me is Shaggy 2 Dope. I can't see him. But whatever. We're still marching, still sweating.
Fucking take it down! That's what they said. They pointed over there, but I was
I'd like to grab a shot.
You leading Shaggy? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where we are.
Oh, a prestigious honor. This way? Which way? There he is, right behind my head. There he is. Walking right next to Shaggy 2 Dope. Here at the Juggalo March, Washington, D.C.
You know what's up?
Fuck yeah, I know what's
marching
up.
for this shit,
Hell
motherfucker.
yeah.
What's up?
International, worldwide.
How's cardio working, bro? Go to call for that sweet ass mustache.
All right, so we did the march, and I'm fucking sitting. What is the thing behind me? What's the thing behind me with Lincoln in it? I'm sitting on these steps of the Lincoln Memorial down here at the Juggalo March, and I got a whole battery burned out of fucking speeches. I just turned this camera on because J-Web just went on a stage to probably give a speech, and Wolfpack just finished performing, and guess what? I'm just so fucking tired and hungry and burnt out that I'm not very interested right now in going down there to film any more speeches, but I got the ICP speech right, so that's what's up. I just gotta chill out for a little bit, man. I'm so hot right now. Hey, just did an interview with Joe from Joe Goes, so make sure that you go and check his video out. I'll put a link in the description because I'm not quite sure when I'm going to drop my March footage. Can we do the thing for this one? Hey! What's up? What up? What's up? How's it going? Whoop whoop, Juggalo March!
Juggalo March.
Dude, I can't stop sweating.
Me either. Doesn't it feel like the gathering?
I feel like it was much cooler at the gathering, but
Really?
it wasn't. It wasn't.
I'd be less wet if I was soaked in Fago.
Yeah, I'd feel more cooler too. What's up?
What up?
Not much.
Got motherfucking Carney King in this
Carney King in this bitch! Boom, boom! What up, G?
I finally got to meet you live, man.
I know, here we are, looking at each other in real life.
Motherfucker, you know, we've been friends for only a few years, really. Yeah, a couple of years. But since it was the first Ohio gathering, maybe, I think. Yeah, whenever I messaged him. In 2013.
14 was the first Ohio one.
picked me up a CD and didn't even know this guy.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Met him at a fucking Kroger's and he gave it to me and we've been friends ever since.
Nice.
Yep. It's crazy.
True love always shines through. Love always wins, boys. Now kiss.
Nah.
Can't quite remember the last time that I actually vlogged eating food. Probably do it all the time and don't realize it because I'm a great big fat person, but I'm here with Ross and Carney King. We're eating free food. I got it for free. Thanks, Carney King.
No problem.
But what did you get?
Juggalo's Review Foods, fucking March edition, chicken tenders and honey mustard. It tastes like God.
Dink it and sink it. How's it taste?
It tastes like Jesus Christ came in my mouth.
Everybody's recognizing me at the Juggalo March, especially this person right here whose name escapes me at the moment. But before he introduces himself, I'll hold it for you. We played at DCG together.
That's right.
And that was dope as fuck.
It was. The Echo Side tournament with the alternate rules and shit. We played first round.
What was our alternate rules?
We had the Relic of Power. It was Mirror. We played like the whole, what's it called when you play like, well no, because
we played them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it's called, yeah.
Yeah, but the Murder Mix, that's what.
Murder Mix.
Yeah, we did Relic of Power, Mirror, and Abolish Made Easy. But
what was our relic?
I do not remember what our fucking relic was.
But I beat you though, right?
No, I won.
Fuck!
That's right. I was victorious, and then I won my next round. I moved on to the finals, but I lost hard, came in fourth.
Man, I ended up taking teams. I won teams with my homie Andy, and then I got on to the Masters, and then in the Masters I placed second overall.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was really fucking dope.
Fuck yeah.
What was your name again?
Nuke.
Nuke?
Yes,
with
sir.
an N?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's it. That's the video I wanted to make. Thanks for making that with me.
Fuck yeah.
And recognizing me and saying hello to me.
Absolutely, man.
Juggalo March.
Fuck yeah.
Whoop whoop. Okay, this definitely isn't the end of the night, okay? We're gonna film some more shit, but I gotta go do these concerts and I don't really want to get the camera fucked up. And then 2, it's been a really fucking successful march, man. And if I don't get any concert footage, listen, guess what? Y'all fucking seen those fucking concerts a million times, okay? What was important today was what all those people had to say about what was going on. And everything that they said was extremely important. And I encourage you to go back and listen again to everything that they had to say. Because nobody should be demonized because they like music. Especially from a legal standpoint, such as a designation of a gang. Fuck that shit.
Bitch, I stung though, like a hornet. A bad motherfucker, I was born it. Get the freak unleash that cord shit. Fuck around and turn my tour bus to a forfeit. I'm about my business. I'm on the way up. And I ball so hard. You hide me out in now she went. Killing niggas on the repaint. My team went on a cement. That night interview you wouldn't believe. We spent that's little fam. I end up plug you the middle, man. Realize no they talk about it, we everywhere we go, we I'ma die to get it, don't lie to get it, we keep it 100. And when you in the league, you this what it feels. They talk about it, we everywhere we go, we I'ma die to get it, don't lie to get it, we keep it 100. Keep it. And when you in the league, you this what it feels. I don't care what you're talking about, you're trash. I'm walking out, you see the realest breathing? And often now I'm harbo to these songs that we barking out. Say do the king one sleep, take it off your back. Moment of silence, I am your highness, ruling the terrors of vibrant. No guidance, more violence, fuck the police in them sirens. One of the trees that you can afford, but I got more of if you wanna order. You already know that I do it for the hustlers, killers, gangsters, skaters, juggalos, celebrities, and players, bitches, bitches, all the haters. Oh, it's still shining, right up, why y'all taking steps back? I'm moving forward, y'all. I've been there, I've done there. I done heard it all. They talk about it, we everywhere we go, we I'ma die to get it, don't lie to get it, we keep it 100. Show you better than I shut them down? Check it. Today we made fucking history, Juggalos. United as one. What is that word of the night? We're gonna tell our children about this shit. Yeah, fucking history. I love y'all motherfuckers. I'm gonna represent y'all like you represent me. Here's my story along the way. Young light, standing dark, giving them what they came for. Blowing them out with strange flow, but be off the chain, ho. I'm different, not the same, mo. Other rappers think you hang, no. They ain't fucking with us, it's about to be the same show. Wanna feel the rush, let's get hot in the night. Who wants to get mad energy? Stopping the light, watch it. And I'ma get it rocking like a rocket chair, and I'ma get to dropping pure ecstasy. I'ma get the doc in here. About to hit the ground, feeling nauseous. Fucking around with light, cautious. Got your bitch going down like a drawbridge. And when I'm in your town, they like, oh shit. I'm gonna make it now, it's nice and fine. I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna put this my ride.
Man, thank you all for coming out, man. Thank you for having the backs of all our family members from across the United States and even from around the world, man. You're all officially, each and every one of you, get a fresh point. And there is no higher honor, I kid you not, from back when we were kids. A fresh point is the highest honor you can get. And you all each get a fresh point. Mark it down in the books, it's official. Now, standing before you, like I was thinking about what I was gonna say, and I got a lot of fucking anger. This whole event has been filled with both love and anger, tears and fears. And the truth is, there's a lot of ninjas that didn't come out here today. That didn't come out here when we all needed them most. And it hurts to the core because we have such love, like all the juggalos have such love for each other, and to see motherfuckers not come out when we need them most, it hurts. And that's the truth. But I'm not gonna get into that.
Fuck Twisted! They fucked up! 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 They fucked up!
Now, you know, we're just gonna leave it at that. That is what it is. You all know what time it is. You all look around and see the faces that are here. You know what I'm saying? And I know ninjas couldn't make it. And I'm not targeting juggalos. I know a lot of ninjas couldn't make it out here. You know who I'm talking about. You know all the people that I'm talking about. And there's a bunch of them. Now we fucked up. We fucked up too. We went about the march wrong and we made mistakes. We're human and we live with that. We're juggalos just like everybody else. We're human just like everybody else. And we make mistakes and admit it. Now, to the FBI. The Federal Bureau of Investigations. I want to address this just for a minute. What fucking investigations did you do? Like how deep into the investigation did you go into to determine that juggalos are a gang? All you need to do is come to one motherfucking concert. All you need to do is come to the gathering. All you need to do is talk to anybody that knows juggalos to find out what juggalos are about. All you need to do is spend a little bit of time to see the beauty and what juggalos are. What motherfucking investigations did you do? And I say none. You all got a lot of egg on your face right fucking now. You all got mad egg on your face for calling juggalos a gang. And they're so bullheaded and so proud that they can't take that shit back. They're too proud to say that they made a mistake. And that's what this march is all about. Because if we're loud enough, if we scream loud enough, if we march and unify, they have to pay attention. And this shit ain't over right here. It is not over. We have been continuing to fight this fight for juggalos all across the world that keep getting the bone, keep getting their children lost, losing their jobs, getting kicked out of the military. all unjustly, all because they fucked up, because they didn't do any fucking investigation.
Fuck the FBI!
Now, in a perfect world, I would demand the heads of everybody that made that call. Who fucking made the call? But of course, they're never gonna come out with it because they're fucking cowards. They would never come up here on this stage right now and explain why they put us on the gang list. Because they're bitches. Yo, when I say y'all, we gotta do it because we're here right now and they can fucking hear us and they're watching. When I say yo, FBI, y'all say fuck you. Yo, FBI! Fuck you! Yo, FBI! Fuck you! Yo, FBI! Fuck you! And that's for them. Okay? Like I said, I'm mad. I'm real fucking so mad. All right, but I wanted to take a moment to just soften it up a little bit. What happened here today, I kid you not, is one of the greatest things because what we did right here, we joined together like this as a family when the calling, when it was such a dire calling, we came together, we unified, we said our piece, we spoke, we rocked the fucking stage, and the whole world was watching. You know what I'm saying? The importance of this is so important. In our life, we only have so many experiences. In this moment, right here, right now, this goes in your book of life. When you get up to Shangri-La, that question's gonna be asked, were you at the march? And y'all go ahead and check that motherfucking box. Because there is something so important right now. It defines everything. It's so spiritual. It's to the core. It's so personal. And what we did right here is straight up one of the greatest moments in Juggalo history. And this life is short. This life is very short. But the last thing I want to say, I am so happy. I'm so happy to be in y'all's life. Me personally, y'all mean so much to me. It's why we continue to do what we do every day, so that make the sacrifices that we do, because we're very much a part of you, just like you're a part of us, and that's what makes it so beautiful. Thank you motherfuckers for being here. Thank you for being in my life. And thank you for standing up and being a juggalo. One fucking love to everybody that came out here, y'all. This shit. Get ready for ICP. They're up next, y'all.
fat chicks. Wicked clowns, we like the same with jump to the Cobras, X-Men counts, and everybody with clown. Even just I never heard of, voted a child in, out with the big time, 4 cars down, and 2 more still taught. And when it does, I back up and hit the road, cause I don't wanna see your head explode. Toss me an axe and I toss you a dead chicken, and a hook, you get a 2 need a widow. And when the genie says on with the show, it's a hocus pocus joke. That's great, but I know. Everybody's waiting for the show to begin. Up to the top of the neck and let you go. Try to land in a glass of Fuego. You suck, you missed the fucking glass. Fucking neck and busted your fucking ass. But the genie says on with the show. With a hocus pocus show, guys, great, let it go. Chicken duck, tell me bad, get chicken dance, I ain't saying that. To the hillbillies with my power with his eye. With a boom, shut up, boom, shut up. Why? I never liked chicken pot pie. On the fucking top, chicken I ride. So tell Mr. Billy Bob, I'm a cut his neck, cut a slice. Chop, chop, still cut. What did he do with the drunken hillbilly? Turn his fucking eyes out, feel to his hand, Billy. Willy, Willy, chicken neck, chicken hut, gotta love it. Hit him with the 12 gauge bucket, chicken nuggets. Laid out all over the grass. Then it's in a hound dog, I'll eat him up fast. Last year as long as you can, motherfucker. When that chicken hit, it's the thing you got. You got, you got. You got. Up in Washington. Yo, come on. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Tell me who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Got a motherfucking chicken nut. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who the fuck's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Got a motherfucking chicken nut. Let me get a chicken sandwich with man with chop in the rack on the chicken neck. Chopping up Billy and Billy Bob Billy. Cause I chop motherfucking redneck chili. Please give me God, tell me what did I see? I see the chicken boy fucking his sheep. I say, Mr. Mitchell, what the fuck you trying to do? Barrels in your mouth, bullets in your head, the back of your neck, all over the shit. I was like, boom, shock the boom, chop, chop, bang. I'm too dope, and it ain't no thing. Two kind of chicken, triggers up clinking. Roll up his head, but his feet still kicking. Last as long as you can, motherfucker. To win that chicken head, it's the thing you got. You got. You got. CBDC at the chicken show. So who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Tell me who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Cut a motherfucking chicken nut. Who the fuck's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who the fuck's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Who's going chicken nut? We going chicken nut. Cut a motherfucking chicken nut. Oh my goodness, look at chicken. Keep your money. Here's a ticket. Hold up, keep your kids out here. What they too young to play and dance? Step right up, now strap them in. Lock it tight under his chin. Clamp his arms up to his side. It's gonna be a hell ride. Now if you misplay
twice a night. I'm psychopathic, certified. If you lose your Nike, yo, that's your name responsible. Look and wonder if you will, cause we about to rip and kill. Think about your every sin as I tell the world it's real. What? Juggalo! Say what? No! Where you at? Little bit louder. Say what? Look a fancy fuck with his wallet up his butt. You know what we what they want. Fuck the line, put him up front. Welcome to our spectacle. Carney rides eccentrical. Hope you like it even though had to mingle with the pow. You gotta have a seat. You got to taste this fighter's meat. I tell you now the ride is fast. My mamita hold your cash. We gonna spin and tell you so. Leaves your body dead and cold. Till the world is spraying blood. Here we go. What? Juggalo! What you say? No! Where you at now? Louder! Say what? Yo! Look at this shit right here. Juggalos in Washington motherfucking D.C. And the funny part is, the FBI, they hope we die, they pray we die, but we ain't never gonna die. You motherfucker! Come on! Say what? Louder! Come on! Where you at? Oh, Juggalo! Come on! Louder! Where you at, huh? Juggalo! Oh, Juggalo! Well, it's our first time at the National Mall. Happy birthday! I got some fucking present hanging next to my nuts. No one I'm swinging in my head. You know what a bitch? I took the makeup off and went soft. Call myself Detroit Southwest. And put my ugly ass face on the outcome. With R&B, top 10 hit. And we had Jodeci singing all over our shit. Fuck that, no, yo, I'm a juggalo. Juggalo-los, make some noise. What about when the words like fuck us, kill us? What will it be? What about when I'm 103? What will it be? What about when the world's like fuck us, kill us? What will it be? What about when the carnival comes to your town? What?
This is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of the fucking juggalos marching on DC. Always the carnival needs to be reset, you know? And that's cool. We out here in Fairfax, eating jelly sandwiches in Fairfax. Big old jelly sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Gang. It's 10:11 a.m. on Sunday, September 17th. I think it's September 17th. It's Sunday. And 17, boy. I'm finna get the fuck out of fucking Amish. Just a few minutes. Fuck, man. The march, bro?
The march.
Yeah? Did you like it?
Incredible. Unbelievable. I didn't expect it.
It was really sweet, yeah. And I didn't even go to the concert. All I did, I did all the speeches, and then all of the concert, the only one I saw was ICP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The only one I saw was ICP Buckshot, but that was because...
Oh, yeah, I saw Buckshot, but that's because they forced them on us in between the fucking...
We didn't really have a choice there, but it was still dope. I'm glad they started moshing and throwing Fago. Got all the news.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even tell my CBS story. So I was doing this thing where I'm filming... I think I told it. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this thing where I'm filming the speeches and everything. And this guy from CBS comes and he's like, he's like behind me. And he's like, can you put your camera down a couple inches? Because I'm trying to film a documentary. So I put my camera down a bit, but like, you know, goes back up. So he asked me like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck you, CBS. You know what I mean? I've been here for 20 years. You've been here for 20 minutes. Go fuck yourself. And then he didn't like that. He walked away. And then all the juggalos started moshing when Buckshot came out. And CBS kind of held ground and shit. And he was all smiling and everything, kind of like liking it. He was like some fucking 70-year-old geriatric fuck. And then once the juggalos started throwing Fago, he fucking jet. And I was like the only one out there with like a camera that I saw close up. I think I got some really good shots of the speeches. So.
Yeah, definitely. You were. Everybody could see your camera. The only one out right in front.
Anyway, that's it. I gotta go back to fucking, I don't know, Ohio. I'm gonna go to Ohio and get some time to look at all Rob's Juggalo collection. No, maybe not all of it. He's got a lot of shit. And then I got to drive back to Michigan tonight and then back to Canada tonight. So, I don't know. Time to travel. Wow. Did you see these Sploss?
He showed me a picture of it yesterday.
That's dope, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, better not Slim1 advertising on your vehicle than I got on my own.
I thought this was your car. I was like, I did not see all of your stickers the other day.
It's
but
dope,
this is
right?
This is your car, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Breakfast?
Breakfast.
Let's do it.
I'm doing dinner. Fuck you guys.
Oh, this is the part that is truly it. This is it.
Yeah, I love you, buddy.
Oh, I love you too, Sploss. Thanks for hugging me. But yeah, man. Juggalo March, success. Breakfast, double success. Oh yeah, we finna doinking a lot, boy. Whoop, whoop. What? You wanna what?
No, I said I was gonna what?
You wanna come live?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Try the Euros.
Gyros, fuck yeah.
You mean
Sploss, you had the gyros in Essex a couple times.
is it gyros or Euros?
I don't know, whatever.
I call them Euros. Fuck
I love you guys. This is the last seconds. I've got to actually turn around and get in the car that's running right now. It was nice to meet you in real life. I know you.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, whoop whoop. And I'll fucking talk to you guys online later, okay? All right, whoop whoop. Thanks for the stickers, man. These are fresh.
What's that? Say bye.
Okay, guys, almost ready. We're connecting power.
Couldn't be bothered, eh?
He's like, I ain't saying shit.
I know.
Dope shit you got.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing me all your shit. And that's it. I'm so tired. I don't even want to vlog. I gotta go. Good DC though. Juggalo March, right?
That was awesome.
Bye, Blake.
Bye, Cass. Thanks for marching with me. Oh, I'm not saying bye to you. All right, that's it. I gotta leave. It's like 9:30 at night, and they're all fucking goodbying right now. And then it's 2 hours for me, basically back to Detroit, and then a half an hour home. I'm just a little tired, but I'll be fine. Ready?
Ready.
Let's go. Okay, so listen, it's way after the fact. By the time I put this on the internet and everything, it's fine, right? Okay, so listen, I'm like, yeah, we'll just get off right at the Canadian exit. There's also a little cutoff for Verner. So I took the exit, and then we went into the thing. They're like, no re-entry into the States. I was like, fuck. So we had to stop. I had to get out of my vehicle and go and ask some cops for some assistance because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. This guy's got a bunch of weed on him right now. And I'm like, fuck, you might have to ditch your weed and go get inspected to be let back into America because I fucked up. And then thankfully, anyway, when I went back, there was a guy who was working there, and he's like, I'll take you out. You can get to 96 from here. And he took us out right to 96, saved the whole fucking day. And that's it. I'm just gonna fucking go home. I don't even want to smoke to celebrate. I just want to go home. But DC, like, that's it, right? We did it.
We made it.
Boom.
We fucking did it. We marched. We fucking spoke our
Everybody in America had juggalos in their headlines, man. Isn't that crazy?
Now they all know that we're not just ignorant people.
Yeah.
And we have our word and we're speaking it, man.
Fuck yeah. All right, so what's the next thing? Probably Halloween?
Yep, Halloween.
Oh man, I'm so
I
tired.
might not make it to Fright Fest, but I'll
Definitely
Halloween.
Hallowicked.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
that's cool.
For sure.
Well, I'll see you on Halloween.
Fuck yes.
All right, I love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right,
man.
whoop whoop.
Trip, whoop whoop.
Doink, gang.
Donk, gang.
All right, the bridge shot. I made it home to Canada, and man, what a fucking awesome weekend this was. Meeting up with Rob and Cass, and then going down to Washington, D.C. for the Juggalo March. Like, we got there, and it was just so fucking, like, out of control. Like, for me, I'm not an American, so I didn't get to appreciate really the history behind the monuments and statues that we saw, but like, I recognized the Lincoln Memorial from the movies, and the other tall building, whichever one that one is, from Forrest Gump. I thought that that was, like, you know, the funniest joke and shit. And I was like front row center for Insane Clown Posse again, and they did Fuck the World from the Amazing Juggalo Brothers album, and when he said fuck Forrest Gump, he looked up at the tower and, you know, smiled really big. And, you know, I could just tell that in those moments right there when Insane Clown Posse was performing, you know, Abe Lincoln was watching, man, and right under that fucking monument with the Forrest Gump reference and everything, you know, you could tell that he was proud. Both of them were very proud of what they were doing, and I was just really fucking happy to be a part of it. And 2 minutes, obviously, on the bridge is not enough to talk about it, so I will have to get more extended footage regarding the Juggalo March this Wednesday on Positive Vibes, so make sure that y'all stay tuned for that. And I'm here, so I'm jetting. Whoop whoop.